Hey, I'm Aaron Jackson, an Olympic gold medalist and world champion, and I'm here to introduce to you the new Bonk Quadstar Carbon. With its new carbon fiber base upgrade, it's here to level up your skating experience. There's a pretty big difference between the Bonk Quadstar Carbon and other derby boots on the market. Most other boots on the market have a thick, heavy leather or plastic base. This technology was developed in the 1950s, but manufacturers still use it today because it's pretty cheap to make. The Bonk Quadstar Carbon, on the other hand, is made with ultra lightweight, ultra strong carbon fiber. This carbon fiber base has a number of advantages. First, it's much stronger. Second, it's a lot lighter than a plastic base. And third, it's a lot thinner. This lowers your center of gravity and makes pretty much everything you do on skates just that much easier. Lastly, the carbon fiber base is heat moldable in the oven or with a hairdryer, whereas most plastic bases are not. The Bonk Quadstar Carbon is built from a cast, or as we call it, a last, from laser scans of thousands of feet, which basically gives you a perfect fit right out of the box.
Hey, check one, check two, check one, check two. You good over there? Perfect. All right.
All right. All right. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Are y'all having a good time watching the Clover Cup 2026? I know I am.
I am too.
And we have a great game coming to you now. This is still a day one game. We have Terminus Roller Derby taking on Brookings Area Roller Derby. I'm P. Armageddon.
And I'm Rolene. This is game 5.
It is game 5.
First day of the 2026 Clover Cup here in Dallas.
Yeah, and our producer back here, Luce Change, is rocking it for us.
Hi,
Luce. How you doing?
Thank you.
So, yeah, we are going to go ahead and give you our rosters for our two teams here. So, Rolene, can you tell us about Terminus?
I sure can. So, Terminus will be, I'll get you their color in just a few seconds. They are in purple. There we go. Purple. In the beautiful purple jerseys. We have 1-0 Traffic Paradise, 1-2-3 Pixie Sticks, 1-2-5-1 Fancy Pants Von Glitter Tush, 1-3-3-7 Doctor Who's Your Mama, 4 Catastrophe, 4-7 Nomad, 4-9-5 Boulder, 5-0-5 Jock Holiday, 6-8-4 Jabberwock, 8-6 Wild Card, 9-2-4 Double Dare, and 9-7 Selena Siren.
And Brookings Area Roller Derby's Heartland Havoc. They're wearing the white jerseys with black shorts and helmets. Number 000 was Hot Shot, 1225 Candy Insane, 128 Mo Wicked, 135 is Riot Rita, 148 Smackerel, 15 is Ruthie the Ruiner, 19 Lexapro, 2 Mono Loco, 314 is Mad Hatter, 50 is Stitches, 6 is Red Fox, 66 is Dirtbag, and number 85, PBJ. Let's give you our officials also here, starting off with our skating officials. Non-skating officials, actually. Starting off with our crew head, Nat Geo, joined by the Doctor, Slamster Stark, Orville Wreck, Penny Painful, Hot Grudge Sunday, Noodle, Night Trotter, Free the Biscuits, and Oh Hell No Kitty.
We also have Dr. Math, Tiny Tanium, Illinois, Web Links, Cat Sergeant, Catch and Release, Efren Ruff, and Mr. Fox.
As our officials, both on skates and off, we are going to get set up here for jam number 1 of this game. Again, first day here of Clover Cup 2026. Some really good games to lead us into this one so far. So game number 5. We have one more game after this if you're following live. If not, you can watch them in any order you want because you'll be up on the archive. Here we go. Jam number 1 underway. We have, looks like Boulder jamming for Terminus. Don't have the jammer ID yet for Brookings. As soon as we get that, we will let you know. That is Brookings number 6.
6, yes, Red Fox.
Red Fox, there we go. And everybody coming into turn number 1. Looks like, Boulder's through first. Lead jammer going to go to Terminus.
A little bit of some slide action there with the pivot for Terminus. That's 4-7 Nomad helping Boulder out. We've seen that pairing before in quite a few different teams.
We have.
And they work well together.
And they're doing it right here with Terminus. Now heading it back around. And a call off in the corner right there by Boulder. So he will end that jam. And looks like only 1 point going to come out of that jam. So 1-0 Terminus with the early lead. And we'll get set up here for jam number 2. I want to thank our friends at 888 for keeping your tournament hosts geared up head to toe. Thank you for being a Dallas Derby Devils All-Star and Yahala Roller Derby season sponsor. Thank you to 888. And we have Jabberwock with the star for Terminus. Mono Loco is jamming for Brookings.
Jabberwock pushing to the inside, getting trapped in there with a almost completely round as Mono Loco gets lead jammer status for Brookings.
And Brookings will lose Hot Shot to the penalty box on a track cut call. So Mono Loco to the inside, clears, 4-point pass.
Jabberwock with star in hand does a jump and makes it through on initial pass.
Oh, anything you can do, I can do better. Mono Loco jumps right in there. I see your apex jump and I raise you my own.
I raise it.
So that
and
jam,
gains points on it.
That very fancy jam ended right there with an 8-0 jam in favor of Brookings. So they take the lead right there. So if you have a beverage, I suggest you imbibe.
We also have a very, very excited fan here in the chats.
Do.
Bard, Red Fox, Mono Loco. If I didn't know better, I would say that they are a Brookings fan.
I would think so.
Do we have any Terminus fans out there
Yeah,
to
sign
answer
in.
that call?
Get on to that chat. Let us know what y'all are watching. Cheer for your favorite teams, favorite officials, favorite announcers, favorite whoever. Just cheer for roller derby.
Yay, Derby.
Jock Holiday with the star for Terminus. Lexabro for Brookings. Looks like Lee Jammer is going to go to Lexabro.
Jock Holiday getting recycled to the back with star in hand, looking to make it through initial pass as Lexabro re-enters the pack around corner 1. Bit of a kerfluffle there as we hit the apex. Lexabro being met by Terminus blockers.
And Lexabro to the inside. Gonna get tangled up a little bit. Oh, escorted ever so gently to the outside.
Working in the back there, we have Traffic Paradise. And let's see. I do believe that's
That was 97 Selena Siren.
Selena
It's
Siren.
a big knockout hit earlier there on Lexabro. So that jam's gonna get called off. Looks like 4 points picked up by Brookings. And 4 points for Terminus as well. So a 4-4 jam, so we keep our 7-point differential, 12-5. Brookings out in front. 26 minutes and 40 seconds to go in our first half.
Jamming next for Brookings, we do have Red Fox back on the line up against Boulder. We have seen both of these jammers on the track before.
So yeah, we're seeing a repeat, I believe, of our first jam. So this is a reset from jam number 1. So we're seeing our rotation kind of get into place now.
Boulder doing some hop, skip, and jump toe work there to get lead jammer status.
I believe that's 2 for 2 for lead jammer status on Boulder.
Fast laps here by Boulder as he re-enters the pack. Red Fox getting out on initial.
And everybody coming around turn 2, and no pat call in the middle. And now we have a penalty for position. I believe it might have been a destruction penalty. So that's going to be on Terminus. So that jam comes to an end. Looks like we have 4-3 jam in favor of Brookings. So the Heartland Havoc with a 16-8 lead now over Terminus. Terminus putting Jabberwock on that jam line.
All right, looks like we have some Terminus fans in the chat
We
now.
do.
Go double dare.
We do.
I double dare you to say that again.
So Monoloco is the jammer for Brookings.
Up against Jabberwock for Terminus.
Some great blocking in the back of the pack here by Terminus to keep Monoloco at bay. Meanwhile, Jabberwock, I believe, did get through and is awarded lead.
Nomad recycling Monoloco back. Jabberwock re-entering the pack.
Monoloco able to make the initial pass, but Jabberwock now on a scoring pass picks up 4 and then calls. So a quick 4-0 jam for Terminus, bringing the score back up now to 16-12.
I'm taking my points and going home. Thank you very much.
I will take that and just go back to my bench. Thank you.
No points
cool
for
with
you.
it. I'm cool with it.
Going into Jam 6, we have Lexabro up against Jock Holiday. Again, Terminus playing in purple. We have Brookings playing in white. If you're just joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Looks like a blocker advantage for Terminus as we start the jam here, 2-1 in the penalty box.
Jock Holiday out in the lead with lead jammer.
Meanwhile, the pack cruising through turn 1 into turn 2 as Lexabro. Oh, there's a big bump in the outside. They're going to call it off on the outside with Jock Holiday. So a quick jam. I don't think any points were picked up. Yep, we're going to stay at 16-12 in favor of Brookings. Jam 7 getting lined up now. Red Fox jamming for Brookings. Boulder with the star for Terminus. And the pack comes back to meet him in the jam line as we roll to the inside. Red Fox dancing on those toe stops.
Yeah, just on the inside. Just excuse me, pardon me. Oh, and it's effective.
I'm gonna go through right here. I'm a lead jammer, so it worked.
Lead jam for Red Fox. You know,
Okay.
sometimes you just have to be polite.
Hey, kindness is a good thing. Kindness can get you a lot of things in life. Apparently, it can get you lead jammer status too if you try hard
If
enough.
you try hard enough.
Anything's possible.
But Nomad's not having it.
No.
He said, no, man.
No man.
No man.
No man. So that jam ends with another, a 2-point jam in favor of Brookings there. Brookings got 2 at the end of that.
A polite 2.
A very polite, thank you very much,
Thank
and
you.
skate back to my bench with my 2 points.
18 to 12 in favor of Brookings as we go into Jam 8. Monoloco back on the track for Brookings, Jabberwock for Terminus.
You see our awesome boom crane cam there. Thank you to our friends at Death Hounds TV for filming our live stream this weekend. They had that really awesome high angle to see that jam line.
Absolutely. Wonderful, wonderful views here. That is Mo Wicked, I believe, recycling back, Jabberwock. Just playing a little bit of yo-yo here. Just
a little
back
bit
and
of back and forth.
Back and forth.
Meanwhile, Monoloco able to complete the scoring pass, picks up 4.
Tournament's blocker, I will get their number when I'm able to see it. I believe that's 1477, 1337. That's Dr. Who's Your Mama.
There you go.
No longer wanting to play that yo-yo anymore.
No, I'm done playing games, quite literally.
That's not the game we're playing.
That's not the game we're playing here.
We did have a star pass though to Tournaments.
That last jam brought to you by Root Chicks, roller derby apparel and accessories for the whole family. All skate, no hate since 2008. Find us online at RudeChicks, that is RUDECHIX.com.
Star pass was successful, but no points awarded. Score is now Brookings 26 to Tournaments.
There's 8 points. We had an 8-point jam there for Brookings. So we're lining up with everybody hanging out the pivot line, so the jammers get a little bit of a momentum advantage here.
It's like those little cars that you like pull back and then let go. Zoom! Exactly.
So Jock Holiday is a jammer for Terminus. Lexapro jamming for Brookings.
Lexabo currently in the front of the pack, pushing the tripod forward around corner 2. Corner 1, I believe.
Everybody's still trying to work around that turn 1 area. Oh, and
Jock
going around
Holiday.
the inside, Jock Holiday picking up lead.
Saw an opening and took it.
See the angle here, this great angle given us by our friends at Death Hounds. Star pass has been completed by Brookings. So Lexabro does pass the star on to Hotshot.
Jock Holiday pushing the pack forward. Beautiful bridge work there by Brookings. However, they have to let Jock go.
Jam is over. Looks like it'll be a 4-point jam in favor of Terminus.
Showing up that difference, 10-point differential now between the two teams. Brookings still in the lead, 26 to 16.
Still a lot of time though, 20 minutes and change to go to halftime.
So much time.
So much, and a whole other half to go.
Longer than I'd want to, hold a plank or anything.
Oh no, I would never want to hold a plank that long.
So many things could happen.
Not exactly, especially to me. Me trying to hold a plank for that long would never work. We got Red Fox jamming here for Brookings. Terminus has Boulder out there jamming. Pack breaks up from the scrum a little bit now as Boulder trying to dig around the outside. Red Fox escorted to the outside lane, but here we go with Boulder scooting through the middle of the pack for lead.
Just rolled on through.
Yeah, Red Fox gets through as well, so both jammers have free to pack. And Boulder's telling his blockers to move. Give me some space here. And he calls it, hips forward. Looks like he will get 2 points.
That was some great communication there with Fancy Pants, Von Glittertush. You can see Boulder telling Fancy Pants there, move, get out of the way, push him, let's just get a snack and go home.
So both teams got a little 2-point snack there, so we keep our differential at 10, 28 to 18. Terminus puts Jabberwock out on the jam line. Monoloco will counter for Brookings.
Pack starting on the pivot line for this jam as we go into jam 11.
I've seen a lot of those pivot line starts in this game.
Yeah.
People taking it back to old school. I remember pivot line starts. I've been around. Pepperidge Farm remembers. I've been around that long. So no lead yet, though, as Monoloco tries to go to the inside to duck through. Jabberwock is to recycle, but there goes Monoloco, lead jammer for Brookings. The pack just moving ever so slightly through turns 3 and 4.
Jabberwock getting through with star in hand, but that is an initial pass.
Yep. And call off right there as Monoloco saw Jabberwock coming up hot.
Absolutely. Hotshot was getting into position to help Monoloco out. Monoloco said, conditions not right, not today.
I'm not doing this. I'm not feeling this right now. Let's just go back. So 1 point picked up by Brookings on that jam. 29 to 18 is your lead now in favor of Brookings Area Roller Derby. They will put Lexapro on the jam line next up. Jock Holiday will be the terminus jammer. Oh, right through the middle. Look at that. Excuse me, Lexapro right through the middle, almost nearly untouched.
Jock Holiday also out of the pack. Both jammers practically holding hands coming back into the pack.
Right? They're like, let's just go back and do this together. No, we'll just stop and do a nothing jam. That's fine. I'll take that. I'm not sure if that was our first nothing jam with a half. It wasn't? Okay, it's not. Okay, we've had a couple. So yeah, we did have a couple. You're right. So still 29 to 18 Brookings. 17 minutes and change left in the first half. Boulder will be wearing the star for terminus. Brookings will counter with Red Fox.
Dare's biggest fan is in the chat.
I'm seeing that. Like
Yeah.
this is
Biggest fan.
all right.
Biggest fan. Jam 13 on the clock, ready to go. Red Fox with that lead jammer status. Boulder just behind. Boulder picking up that speed as they practically skate downhill.
Basically, right? And they're coming back around now for those also precious points.
Nomad bringing the pack back with a backwards bridge as Boulder re-enters.
Boulder just splits the difference right there in the inside. Clears for 4 points. So we are still in a power jam
We
situation.
are in a power jam. First power jam of the game.
I believe so.
Yeah.
So
Boulder making good work of it. Now the score is only 7 points.
and it's going to be 3 now. As another 4-point pass was completed at the end of that jam.
Ooh.
So back to a 3-point differential, 29-26 Brookings. And looks like we'll also have a power start with this. The jammer is still in the box. So it will be a power start for terminus. They're going to put Pixie Stick out there to jam.
First time Pixie Sticks is jamming for this game. Could Pixie Stick be their secret weapon to gain those 3 points?
Could be. We got to find out. Off we go.
Tournament's getting out of Pixie Stick's way. Pixie Stick's pushing the pack up and around corner one.
Trying to break through those couple of blockers in the front. Meanwhile, high out of the box, Red Fox picks up lead. Oh, no. Yeah, picks up lead. And now going for some points, shifting through the pack, does clear. 4 points picked up for Brookings.
Pixie Stick still looking to make it out of the pack, but instead does a star pass. Star pass now to, I do believe that's Fancy Pants
Yes.
Von Glitter Tush.
You say that with respect.
I
Fancy Pants
do.
Von Glitter Tush.
I mean, with a name like that, you must give it respect.
I must say that with a proper accent. So that jam comes to an end. 8-point jam for Brookings. So they extend your lead back out now, 37-26.
That was too close. Too
It
close
was too
for
close.
comfort.
Right now, we need to make it a little bit bigger. So that'll bring us to 14 and a half to go. So we're past the halfway point in the first half. I said half a lot right there. Mono Loco with the star for Brookings, and nobody else on the track right now until a timeout gets called by Terminus.
I was going to say, that's going to be one epic speed skate
I was waiting
lap.
for a speed skate step, yeah.
Here we go.
That last jam and our timeout here is brought to you by our friends at, I'm going to pick one of these and just go with it. Let's talk about Restoration One Lone Star. Proudly supports our community on and off the track. We help our neighbors recover from mold, water, and fire emergencies while giving back through local events like Clover Cup. Visit them online at www.restoration1.com/lone-star. That's a local company here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Thank you to Lone Star. And if you happen to be in the area, either tomorrow or Sunday, come on down.
Yes, we are
Join
right here.
us.
Come
Join
on to
us.
North Richland Hills, Texas, NYTEX Sporting Complex.
Amazing vendors in our vendor village.
Oh,
We
yes.
have an epic raffle.
We do that. Hey, if you're not in here for the raffle, you need to come down here. Because we got some cool stuff. Triple D is doing an awesome raffle. We're going to announce those in the venue on Sunday. If you're in the area, get your tickets. We'll announce them Sunday, I think, during the 2 p.m. Central Time game.
That is correct.
So.
Oh, we do have a team announcer fan in the
Hey!
chat. Oh, hey.
Oh, it's some guy named Cody Gill. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Like, he seems to be a good person, but I mean, I don't know.
Cody, if you can hear us, you are being requested in the announcer box please come join us. Bless
Yes,
us with
please.
your presence.
We would like to speak with you, please, sir.
And
we
back
got
to Derby.
Fancy Pants Von Dush is out there jamming. And the Fancy Pants got all fancy pantsy lead jammer. Mono Loco is the jammer for Brookings on this one. So lead jammer does go to Terminus. Some good blocking here. Oh, dash to the inside. Mono Loco just finding any open seam to break through to make that initial pass, and does. And Fancy Pants says, I'm done here. And so are the rest of you. So are the rest of you. I say good day to you.
I say good day.
I say good day. And I take my 1 point back to my
Give
bench.
me my 1 point.
So we're back to a 10-point differential, 37-27.
Let's go math.
I do good math every now and then, but it's
Good math.
very rare. You witness something very like unicornish. I did good math. So we got Jabberwock out there jamming for Terminus. Trying to get the ID on the Brookings jammer.
It's a secret.
We're going to find out in a minute when you find out.
Well,
It's Lexabro.
Lexabro and Lexabro with the Lexa lead.
See, we saved that purposefully to surprise you when Lexabro got lead.
Exactly.
It was all a part of our little plan. Lexabro with leads, getting on the outside. Oh, gets knocked to the outfield. Going to quickly get back into place at the pivot line. And through the inside, clears for 4 points.
If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Exactly.
Jabberwock looking to make it through, but does not do so cleanly. So again, try again. Lexabro back in the pack.
And clears for another 4 points. So 8-point jam as we go now for Brookings, trying to open that lead up a little bit more now. Jabberwock trying to work through the inside lane, getting tangled up in the Terminus, in the Brookings defense. Sorry.
Lexabro being met by Double Dare and doing a bit of a 1-2 there with the Brookings pivot.
This is working. I'm not sure if this is the biggest jam so far, but it's going to be up there if it hasn't been already.
That's Dirtbag. Dirtbag helping.
Yep. It is the biggest jam so far of the game. Thank you to Loose Change, our awesome producer, for affirming that to me.
Thank you, Luz.
I see
it's nice.
Michigan Sports. Hello, how you doing there?
Oh, hi.
I also got PBJ and Riot's biggest fan rooting for you from home. Nightmare Slation. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm reading a very small screen in front of me with the chat. So yeah, let's go pot slop. And we're off and away here. Boulder with the star for Terminus. Red Fox is the Brookings jammer.
We've seen this pairing before a few times.
And I think the same result happened again this time. Boulder out front and lead.
Red Fox out on initial pass. Pack now whipping around corner.
Terminus with Boulder with a little bit of a shimmy shake trying to get around there. Does clear and calls. So it gets to 4 points. 50-31 is her score now. Still a very close game here.
Strategically taking those 4 points and calling it
what you
before
gotta do.
anything else could happen.
It is
Just
what you have to do.
Stay there. Just stay there for a little bit. Because unfortunately, it looks like, is it Mission Sports?
Yeah.
Is thirsty. And so they're hoping that Tournaments
need to
catches up.
hydrate.
Yeah. I don't know if I would wait on a derby game to hydrate.
You can hydrate as much as you want,
You
Michigan.
can.
Just Michigan,
can.
just don't overhydrate. There's an
Yeah.
overhydration. That's not cool. Mono Loco out front and lead for Brookings. Jock Holiday jamming here for Terminus. Getting hung up in the turn 1 area, getting reset quickly.
Hot shot, giving those hot hits in the back of the pack.
And now star pass sneakily to the back.
Oh,
no.
almost. Just kidding. Star
Tried.
thought.
They tried.
I'm thinking about it. I'm
Oh.
thinking,
Again tried, but not quite. It looks like
oh, it is
Jock's
a power jam.
it is a power jam, so Jock's going to hold on to that star.
And this is going to be a full 2-minute jam
Well.
as lead was lost.
It was. Lead has just poofed away into the ether. So Jock Holiday trying to break through those last couple of blockers up front, not getting some help. Fancy Pants Funk Glitter Tush trying to open up the hole. Oh, big hit. Hot shot at the front of that pack. And looks like the star now has been passed, I believe. It was again, but nope, they handed it back. And now it's on the ground. And now it's passed again. And now I don't know what's going on anymore. They can't seem to make up their mind. But it's okay. Jock Holiday keeps it, keeps going. So a penalty was assessed. So here we go. Oh, and Jock Holiday heads to the penalty box. We have a power jam now for Brookings.
And thank you to all of our lovely watchers at home. No, we appreciate it. We totally do. Apologies to Mo No
Yes.
Loco.
Mo No Loco.
We appreciate it. Absolutely.
We
So
didn't
thank
have
you for letting
we didn't
us
have a
know.
pronunciation on our sheet, so thank you very much for clarifying that. All right, so here comes Mono Loco back around for another scoring pass. Oh, gets low in the turn. Look at that. Wow. That was lower than low. And a position penalty could be called on Brookings. But wow, that was some very small skating. I will say that. 'Cause
Tennis kids.
that was, if you ever heard somebody told you to get down and get low, that just happened. And Mono Loco got low.
I think I've heard a few songs about getting low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mono Loco got low. Ha-ha.
Low.
So yeah, 16-point jam for Brookings. Another that ties our highest scoring jam of the game. So that opens up the lead a little bit now. 66-31, Brookings in front. That is the highest jam. Thank you very much, Luce. And lead jam are going to go to Nomad, taking the star here for Terminus.
First time jamming
it
for
is.
Terminus this game.
Nomad usually pivots a lot for Terminus, so you see a lot of them have the pivot cap on. Lexibro with the star for Brookings. It looks like both pivots are in the penalty box right now, both for position penalties.
The peas. In the pepper penalty box.
The pepper, that's a lot of peas.
That is a lot
I
of
am
peas.
alliterative, if nothing else, informative. So, and Nomad hops over and
Hops
keeps on
over.
going on his own skater.
Hops over their own wild card.
Yeah.
Just, why not?
Appreciate y'all, chat. We love y'all. Thank you for keeping us in line.
Hot shot holding the top of the pack.
Goes ahead and calls it off right there. Does Nomad. Picks up, it's an 8-point jam for Terminus, 4 for Brookings. So, scoring update. Brookings has 70. Terminus with 39.
7 minutes left in our first half of this game. Back on the track for Terminus, we do have Boulder.
And we're going to have a quick stoppage here. Looks like
And a timeout.
Oh, is it a timeout or is it a timeout? Okay. Timeout call, and then let's talk about a great sponsor here, Rolene.
Absolutely. We're going to talk about Good Mood Eats, LLC. Clover Cup athletes run on grit, heart, and seriously good protein. That's Good Mood Meats, LLC proudly provides prime grade, pasture-raised, grain-finished beef that is inspected and sourced from a single animal for superior quality and flavor. Whether you are cheering from the stands or recovering after a hard-fought bout, elevate your table with dry-aged ground beef, hand-cut steaks, and classic roast. That's Good Mood Meats.
There you go. Also want to, let's see, who else we talk about here? We got awesome
So
sponsors.
many.
I want to talk about Unforgiven Resurrection Roller Derby. URRD is bringing the noise to Andrews, Texas. Established in 2025, this rec league is built for the skater, by the skater. No drama, just hard hits, fast wheels, and a community that lives for derby. Their mission is good vibes, great times, real roller derby. This year they make it their official debut. So tighten those laces, hit the track, and get ready because in West Texas, derby isn't just back, it's been resurrected.
Resurrected.
Our good buddy Waterboy on team announcer is part of URRD. So,
Thank you, Waterboy.
and here we go, jam underway, jam 20. We have Boulder jamming for Terminus, Candy Insane, a new jammer for Brookings.
And first time out on the track jamming this game makes lead.
There you go. If you're gonna go out there big. Get lead
Boulder
the first time out.
Also out of the pack. Pack moving fast at the first apex, putting on those brakes. Candy Insane hits the pack first, calls it off, but not before Boulder can get through as well. Let's see.
Let's check on the points.
aftermath.
I'm seeing hands in the air. I see 2 points for Brookings, 2 points for Terminus.
Hey, put those hands in the air.
So looks like our jam refs are both metal fans. So yeah, metal. So 72-41, Brookings still with the lead here, heading in the 6-minute mark to go till halftime. Jock Holiday will be the Terminus jammer. Red Fox wearing the star for Brookings. And working into the inside. Red Fox going to get knocked to the infield. Going to quickly have to reset. Meanwhile, Jock Holiday trying to get around the outside, up at the front of the pack. One blocker to beat. Oh, and meanwhile, ducking under. That was close, but Jock Holiday will break through first and earn lead.
Red Fox was hit out of bounds. Jock Holiday with that lead. Pack in the straightaway, picking up speed just as Jock Holiday re-enters the pack.
And looks like Jam's going to call it off in turn 3-4 area. Looks
Jock
like
Holiday coming up against PBJ.
2 points picked up by Terminus.
PBJ putting the P in pivot.
And we have a 2-point. This is 43 now for Terminus. Brookings at 72.
Aw, Candy has your heart. Is it a candy heart? For
I'm
Candy
sure it is.
Insane?
I'm sure it is. So we are at jam number 22 about to roll off now. Jabberwock is the Terminus jammer. Mono Loco. Got it right that time for Brookings. And oh, bump out there on Jabberwock. Meanwhile, there goes Mono Loco, lead jammer for Brookings.
That was Ruthie the Ruiner ruining Jabberwock's attempt
Living
to
up
get
to
through.
the name. Living up to the name. And Mono now trying to get through for a scoring pass, but Terminus trying to close the door there. And shifting to the inside. Oh! Some great blocking there. That's the one, the only.
Fancy Pants Von Glittertush.
You have to say that name entirely now, that the entire rest of the game.
I mean,
I'm not gonna. You're
gonna wait
saying
for
that
it.
name for the rest of the
You're
game.
just waiting for it.
I'm
I
just
know.
Every time something happens, I'm gonna look at you and be like, Rolene,
Why?
your turn.
Are you talking about Fancy Pants?
Oh yes, we're talking about fancy pants.
Von Glittertush.
3 points picked up by Brookings. Gives them 75. Terminus still at 43. So we'll have a full contingent to start the jam. I don't promise it will end that way.
Boulder jamming for tournaments up against Alexa Bro for Brookings. This is jam 23.
A lot of
Three
jams.
and a half,
A lot
yeah.
of jams this first half.
3.5 minutes left in the first half.
And Boulder trying to scoot through the inside. Meets up with the braced wall in front for Brookings. Trying to break them apart there.
Blockers definitely doing their work here when you hear silent wheels.
Yes.
Just that silence
Because you know
in here.
nobody's moving. Lead jammer does go to Boulder. Now looking for points here on a quick scoring pass. And does break through. Picks up 4. Meanwhile, Lexabro trying to edge through. Oh, Star has been passed by Terminus to Hotshot. It'll show up on your screen shortly. There's the Star now. It's up there now. Yeah, Hotshot is a jammer. But can't do anything with it as the jam is called. Terminus skating away with 4 more points. 8-point jam in total.
Score is now 75 to 51. If you're just joining us, Brookings is in white, Terminus in the royal purple.
Royal purple.
Speaking of royal purple, those are some fancy shorts out there by 1337.
Those are.
Doctor Who's Your Mama?
So we have Candy Insane again jamming for Brookings. Jock Holiday with the star for Terminus. And Candy tries to go to the inside. Gonna get knocked out to the outfield. Oh no. Track cut gonna be called on Candy Insane. It's gonna be a power jam here for Terminus.
Power jam.
Just what
Jock
they
Holiday
need.
looking to get out to gain lead jammer status. That does need to be awarded first.
Yep, that's the important thing. Once you get a power jam that early in the jam, you better get lead quickly.
Red Fox working his pivot in this jam. Sticking on Jock Holiday like glue, but guess what? I am rubber, you are glue. Bounces off me, sticks to you.
I get lead jammer and you don't.
And you don't. Jock Holiday is in lead,
So-
re-entering the pack, looking for points.
Pack starts to move now as Jock to the inside, trying to split the difference, spinning around.
Red Fox working with Riot Rita there.
And a call off there by Jock.
And a beautiful jump by Riot Rita.
So looking for points. I see 3 points picked up by Terminus. So that'll close the gap now to 75-54. Right, the 1 minute mark to go, so this could be our last jam of the half. I don't make any promises.
No promises. They have been fairly short jams, so I mean,
So,
could be one,
that's
could
what
be
I'm
more.
saying. I'm leaving. It's a very open-ended statement. I mean, leaving it at that. It could be.
Good call.
Fancy Pants Von Glittertush is the jammer for Terminus. I think it's the first
against-
time Fancy Pants has taken the star at the start. I think second time.
Second time,
Second time.
I think.
And then Mono Loco
Mono
for Brookings.
for
Yeah, I
Brookings.
think it's the second time.
Yeah.
And Fancy Pants is lead jammer.
Fancy
And
Pants putting the fancy in pants.
Mono does break through for the initial. So Fancy Pants is coming up now for the scoring pass. And
Hot
the call.
shot
Nope.
knocking Fancy Pants out.
Mono Loco, I feel like should spell their name L-O-W-C-O. Because all the low skating they've been doing in this game.
Would you say Mono is mowing them down?
I would say that.
Yeah.
I would definitely say
It's
that.
that low.
It's that low.
I mean,
I will go that low and say that.
I'd
yes.
go that low.
So it looks like we're going to line up for a jam, but we're not just going to have a jam because it's halftime.
But hey, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
This is true. They're going to stay here the entire time. They're not going to go to the
I hope
benches or
not.
nothing.
I hope
No.
not. We're
They're
definitely
They're
not.
going to go talk about business. So yeah, we are going to take a break here. We're at halftime. Your halftime score, Brookings Area Roller Derby 75, Terminus Roller Derby 56. We'll be back in about 14 minutes with our second half.
Stay tuned.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We are back for our second half of Game 5 here on day number 1 of Clover Cup 2026. Welcome back.
We can, Luce, we can hear you. My name is Rolene.
I'm P. Armageddon.
And thank you for joining us for the second half. If this is your first time joining us right now, Tournaments Roller Derby will be playing in purple, and Brookings Area Roller Derby will be playing in white.
And our halftime score coming out of that first half, Brookings Area Roller Derby is 75, Terminus 56. And looking at our stats done by our awesome producer, Loose Change, we did see that lead jammer statuses seem to be roughly pretty close for each team come out of the first half. Probably the biggest difference we saw in that first half was that Brookings had a lot more multi-scoring jams, more than one pass around, completing passes for jams. And even the jams where they maybe had if it wasn't like a couple passes, maybe like 8 set up. Like they had one 16-point jam, one 13-point jam.
And Tournaments' highest scoring jam so far has been 8.
Yes.
So they have had roughly around the same amount of lead jammer statuses in the first half, just fewer points.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's all it comes down to. It's a pretty even game if you look at it. If you're watching the track, it's a pretty even game, and the stats are kind of reflecting that too, for the most part. So we will get lined up for our second half shortly. It's still a very close game. I mean, it's still a very within reach game. We still have a whole 30 minutes to play. So looking at our chat coming back in, see LP Schwinger, or LPS, I'm not going to try to pronounce it, I'm not going to get it right. Hey, so I see some of my friends in here. Hey, team, LOL. Hello, Kim. So everybody's talking to each other and talking about the fun game. So if you like what you're seeing out there,
We
hop on
can
the chat.
see you. So
We see y'all.
Hi.
Hello.
You can't see us, but we see your words.
You cannot pay attention to the people behind the microphones. We are the wizards.
On the track for Tournaments, we have Boulder up against Red Fox for Brookings. We have seen this pairing before.
A lot. It's actually a repeat of Jam 1 from our first half. So yeah, it's almost like a good reset.
Rinse and repeat. Let's see if it which team it goes in favor of.
Multiplayer block called in the pack on Brookings. So they have 2 in the box now. And to the outside, Red Fox.
Advantage to Tournaments. However, Red Fox does gain lead jammer status. Boulder looking to make it out on initial pass, does so as Red Fox re-enters the pack. Boulder picking up speed, and Red Fox picking up points.
Just trying to break through on the outside here. Going to call it from the outside in turn 3. And it looks like we will have points. We'll have 3 points picked up by Brookings. So that will give us 78-56 in favor of Brookings Area Roller Derby's Heartland Havoc.
Shout out to Blood and Thunder. Blood and Thunder is a roller derby inspired apparel brand since 2006 and also a proud supporter of the 2026 Clover Cup.
Yes, we're glad to have them as a sponsor again this year. Off we roll here. Mono Loco for Brookings is a jammer, but lead jammer out of the pack quickly. Jabberwock for Terminus.
And Mono Loco out of the pack on initial. But Tournaments jammer calls it off before Mono Loco can gain points. 1 point.
1 point.
1 point.
1 point. But every point is important.
Every point counts.
It's like we say about a jam that has no points. A jam may not have any points, but it's never pointless.
It's never pointless.
So it looks like Alexa Bro will be wearing the star for Brookings and Fancy Pants von Glitter Tush.
I will approve. I will approve
Thank
of
you.
that pronunciation.
Thank you. I gotta pull the real fancy, the
Yes.
formal out of it.
Yes.
Is the jammer for Terminus.
Fancy Pants push it in the back of the pack as Alexa Bro makes it out on initial, gaining lead jammer status. And
Fancy Pants getting reset all the way back in turn 4.
Wild. No, that is PBJ.
Yeah,
PBJ
There you go.
on Brookings recycling von Glittertush.
And Fancy Pants taking a spin out to the outfield in turn 1, and looks like Jam is going to be, he's back up, which is good. He's back up on his skate, so it was down for a second. So they might They were going to stop it for an injury stoppage, but I think we're okay.
Check all your fingers.
The initial
Check all
stoppage
your toes.
was made by the refs for injury,
Yes.
but everybody did get up and skate away.
They
so,
did. They did.
Which
They
is
did.
what we want to see.
We're okay.
Everybody's cool.
Nothing
We're
broke.
good. All right. Let's just line up and do it again.
Just take a breath.
We're okay. Breathe. Breathe. I'm going to be a little ASMR ready. Breathe. We're okay.
Going into Jam 4, we have Red Fox on the line for Brookings up against Jock Holiday. And blink if you miss, and you'll miss it. Red Fox already out of the pack with lead jammer status.
You couldn't even finish your sentence.
I
and then you
couldn't.
just
I
popped out
couldn't.
and got lead. So Red Fox to the outside now, going to recycle back behind the pivot line.
That's
And
Catastrophe recycling Red
Yes.
Fox back.
And Red Fox able to break through for the 4 points. Jock Holiday still working to get around for the initial.
Start in hand, getting recycled back. And we do have Catastrophe looking to provide an assist.
And
Catastrophe
looks like-
now successfully with the star in hand. That is a star pass. So Catastrophe is looking to make initial as Red Fox is looking to gain additional points. And that Red Fox does. 8 points so far this jam.
Still working on it here. Pack still outside of turn number 2. Red Fox approaches, makes the turn. Going to meet up. Oh, split right through the 3-wall set up there by Terminus. Picks up an easy 4 points.
You say it's easy.
It's easy. It looked easy
I mean,
for him.
that's a compliment.
Looked easy for Red. It didn't look easy for me. I could never do that. Another 4 points.
Another
so
4
16-point
points.
jam for Brookings. Red Fox is trying to get that high-scoring jam.
Nomad looking to be ready for it, but gets knocked out of play and recycled back by 128. That is Mo Wicked.
And we have a new high-scoring jam that belongs to Red Fox. 20-point jam for Brookings.
20-point jam in the second half. Did we have a 20-point jam in the first
did
half?
not. The highest
no,
was 16.
16.
So it's the highest scoring jam of the game so far. And
So-
that'll put Brookings over the century mark, 106, Terminus 57.
Helmet off and quickly
Yes.
back on.
And it will be a power start, looks like, here for Mono Loco as Catastrophe in the box on that track cut call. So power start for Brookings. And Mono Loco looking to the middle, gonna split the difference almost, spin around, does earn lead. But gets kind of, the pack gets back ahead of Mono.
Just congloms and reforms again
It's
and
it's
again.
amoeba pack, is what they call it.
Just
It's
amoeba
forming.
pack.
Amoeba pack is forming, reforms, it moves around, never stays still.
Gotta love those.
I wouldn't like them if I was a jammer getting stuck inside of them.
wouldn't either.
I mean, they're fun to watch as us as announcers. It's fun to watch.
Mono Loco with a hop, skip, and a jump, calls it off and gains 4 points on that jam, bringing the score to 110 to 57 in favor of Brookings. If you're just joining us, Terminus is playing in purple, Brookings is playing in white, and that is a fun fact. Thank you for sharing it. Nightmare Dash.
My dog's name is Fancy
Yeah,
Pants.
my dog's name is Fancy Pants.
That's awesome.
Now the question is, does your dog wear fancy pants?
I mean, with a name like Fancy Pants,
I sure hope so.
one would think. We got Boulder jamming out here for Terminus. And, oh, but Lee Jammer's going to go to Brookings. Do you see the jammer? This is going to be an immediate call off there. The jammer was number 19. That was Lexabro.
Lexa Bro.
So that was a quick call off. Make sure everybody's okay. Yep, we are getting up and moving. So that jam was called. So it never happened. Nothing happened. Nothing to see here. Move along.
Boulder in position to jam for Terminus as we go into Jam 7. Lexa Bro on the track.
So shout out to Dare from Dog Snot. Dare, you look great out there. Dare can't hear me, but I'll say it still. Go back and hear it on the replay. And out front, Boulder going to quickly skate out and pick up lead for Terminus.
Hot Shot living up to Hot Shot's name, trying to catch Boulder at the top, but Boulder rolls on through.
And Lexabro able to escape the pack as well for the initial pass. So now both jammers scoring eligible. Boulder, takes a little bit of a bump off the block.
And
Keeps it going and calls it.
Riot Rita takes advantage of that.
Wow.
Sees Boulder fall, and Riot Rita slides right
Yep.
in front of Boulder.
That was great track awareness right there.
However, Boulder did gain 4 points.
And then 1 point for Brookings. So 111.61 is your score. Red Fox is going to be putting the star on for Brookings.
I bet you could do that math.
Nightmare said her legs are too short for pants. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
It's all right, though. Fancy Pants in name is still Fancy Pants. We got Jock Holiday with the star for Terminus. Red Fox has did star for Brookings. And Red Fox picks up lead.
Jock Holiday being met there by 128. That's Mo Wicked working with Riot Rita, Hot Shot, and 85.
Jock Holiday tried for a little
PBJ.
block there on Red Fox, but the momentum was too strong. Red Fox came around and completed the scoring pass. Now star has been passed by Terminus,
Nomad now with the star in hand.
but jam will be called. So it looks like it'll be at least a 8-0 jam, sorry. 8-0 jam for Brookings. They now have 119, Terminus at 61.
21 minutes and some change left on the clock for the second half.
And we're only on game 5 of day 1 of Clover Cup here. So I want to thank our friend Jamie Kay as a great sponsor for Clover Cup here in 2026.
And our host league, Dallas Derby Devils.
Yes,
Thank
Dallas
you
Derby
so
Devils
much.
and Yalhalla are awesome. I've been to this tournament so many times over the years, and every time I have a wonderful experience. So thank you very much, Triple D and Yalhalla, for putting on a really great event here this year.
This is my inaugural,
And we're glad to have you.
and I am excited to be here. I have to say, very nicely done.
This is
very
one of
nicely
the
done.
best, most well-done tournaments I think in the country in the year. I've done it. I think this is like my 6th or 7th Clover Cup, and I will keep coming back as long as I can because it's a very well-run tournament. The teams are great. Triple D's great hosts, and just the environment's great. It's just fun. Plus, it's only a few hours drive for me to get here. So
it was a flight for me from Nevada, but I'm happy to make it. And speaking of coming back, Radical Wheels is one of our fantastic vendors who is here. And they are a trans-owned skate brand that puts community first. You can visit their booth here in person, or if you're not able to join us, you can also find them online at Radical Wheels. That's radical.wheels on Instagram, and also radicalwheels.shop on their website.
You see it on your screen right there. Great sponsor here for Clover Cup in 2026. We're going to get set up to go here. Looks like we had Jabberwock with the star for Terminus. Brookings sending out Mono Loco. And both jammers going up against his opposing defenses right off the whistle. But that's gonna, that one block right there, penalty allows Jabberwock to scoot through the inside. Lead
Double
jammer.
dare staying right on Mono Loco.
I remember Double Dare. I'm that old. That was a good show.
It just makes me think of the book Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. Dare, dare, double dare. You can't catch me.
This is right. I used to read the book to my daughter when she was little.
I read it to my students.
There you go. And that's a quick 4-0 jam for Terminus. They pick up 4, so 65 for them. Brookings at 119. 20 minutes and a couple of seconds left in the game. So we have Boulder with the star for Terminus, and Candy Insane back out there jamming for Brookings. And looks like we have one in the box each for each team. Fancy Pants will be in there for Terminus, and PBJ starting off in the box for Brookings. And Boulder leaning in, just trying to lean the shoulders down and get through that. Multiplayer block was assessed. That's going to free Boulder up to pick up lead.
Free Boulder.
Free Boulder.
You know.
If you know, you know.
Boulder re-entering the pack. Candy Insane getting recycled back, looking to make initial passes. Boulder picks up speed. Getting ready to come barreling through. And who joins Boulder? Why, of course, Fancy Pants Von Blitterbush.
And 4 points were picked up by Boulder on the pass. So an 8-point jam as we skate here for Terminus. Looking for some more as Boulder comes around the turns, 1 and 2.
Fancy Pants looking to work with Nomad in the back
nice
of the pack.
toe stop work there by Boulder.
Boulder gaining an additional 4 points.
And now good job there, Terminus, to clear out that outside lane. And not much resistance for a second there, but Boulder able to skate through for 4 more. 16-point jam now for Terminus.
Catastrophe and Pixie Stick also on the track for Terminus right now, keeping Candy Insane at bay.
Brookings has one in the box right now. Their pivot dirtbag in the penalty box right now.
Boulder now holding the highest scoring jam so far for Terminus in this game and tied with the highest scoring jam so far.
Trying to break that streak, and
ding, 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 ding. There it
24
goes.
points.
Highest scoring jam now.
I feel like we're setting records like as we go along in here. Like every other jam's like setting a record. Oh, and that's going to be a forearm call on Nomad for the contact there on Candy Insane.
Candy Insane looking to make it through the pack, I believe still on initial.
Yes, just having a little bit of difficulty here, but that Terminus defense has been sticky. Not getting a little bit of help from the blocker there. 66 dirtbag coming out of the penalty box to pivot.
Boulder calling that jam off with 1 second left on the clock.
I mean, you could have just went one
but
more
you know,
right?
when you have the power.
I have the power.
I get to say when it's done. Me, 28 points.
I earned that.
28-point jam right there, and
we got a fellow shout out for Chicka Chicka Boom Boom Rules.
yeah,
in the chat.
see, I agree. My students love
That's
it
a good
too.
book. That is a very good book.
I've read it so many times I could probably recite it. I won't.
I'm almost there too. I read it a bunch to my kid when she was little.
I won't. But
Here we go. Jock Holiday with the star for Terminus. Brookings has Red Fox, and Brookings has a lead jammer with Red Fox.
score is currently 119 to 93 in favor of Brookings. Red Fox with that lead.
Oh, takes a bump from the one, the only.
Well, of course, it is nobody but Fancy Pants Von Glittertush. I mean, if there was a words for names.
Perfect. Yeah, that's got my vote hands down right now.
I mean, just saying.
So Red Fox going to step back in and try to break through. It's like a position.
Jock Holiday out on initial.
So both jammers have cleared the pack.
Pack moving fast around corner 3.
Jock Holiday, trying to go to the outside. Couldn't quite clear there. Goes to the inside. And
Nomad meeting
block.
Red Fox.
High block called on Jock Holiday on the contact there. So power jam for Brookings.
I think a bit of confusion there with the whistles, and so there was a hesitation, and Red Fox took advantage of it, snuck through. 4 points so far on the board in this power jam.
Trying to get some more, but knocked to the infield. Going to have to reset back behind the pivot line.
Nomad recycling, but Brookings blockers keeping Nomad from recycling too far back.
Hot shot takes the star for Brookings. And trying to edge around, hips forward, does so, clears.
Dr. Who's Your Mama looking to keep Hot Shot at bay, but Hot Shot does make it through.
And there's Jock Holiday out of the penalty box, knocked to the infield, right back into play.
This will be a full 2-minute jam with the star pass happening.
It's going to be another power jam for Brookings. It's a track cut called on Jock Holiday.
With 9 seconds left, this jam is going to come out.
Hot shot coming in hot to that pack right there. Does get at least 3 more points, maybe 4. Oh, does get 4. 16, I believe, is the point total there for Brookings.
With that last penalty happening so late in that 2-minute jam, we will be seeing a power start.
It'll be a good long power start too, at least about like a 25 to 20 second power
at least.
Start. That'll be Lexabro with the star for Brookings.
Score is currently 135 to 95 in favor of Brookings with that timeout. 16 points to Brookings.
I want to talk to everybody on this stream here about our friends at Rockin' Brews. Rockin' Brews in Grapevine. Thank you for keeping the good times rolling. Fuel up with great food, craft beer, and a rock and roll vibe. Whether you're celebrating a win or just craving a killer meal, swing by and enjoy the legendary experience. Thank you, Rockin' Brews, for being our Clover Cup after party sponsor. Yeah, that's going to be our ending after party on Sunday. If you're in the area and you want to come hang out with us at Rockin' Brew in Grapevine.
Yeah,
the big after party. We had the after party there last year as well, and it's a very nice place. The food's very good. It's a cool environment. It's got a lot of rock and roll memorabilia. Kind of, it's actually, I believe, it was funded and started by Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons from Kiss.
I love that.
Yeah, they had a part in that being made. So
I do believe I've been to one in California, and it's pretty neat.
So check out Rockin' Brews for our after party if you are in town.
Oh, excuse me. I am not I am not a stranger to the book with no pictures. Believe me, I have also read that book many a times. And because I do
Yes.
teach music, my kids giggle uncontrollably.
And here we go. Power start for Brookings. Lexapro with the star. And we're not quite there yet. They fooled me. Official timeout, I believe.
For you. Well,
something wasn't right, so our awesome officials are going to be fixing it.
they are awesome officials.
They are.
We also have awesome
Sponsors.
sponsors.
Like who?
Like Ritz Safety. They are rolling into Clover Cup once again with Ritz Safety at our side, ensuring the safety and well-being of our skaters, officials, and fans. Huge shout out to Corey Coleman at Ritz Safety for his continued generosity in supplying top-tier safety equipment for both the Dallas Derby Devils and the annual Clover Cup tournament. So thank
very
you,
much. Yes.
and thank you for being a sponsor.
So we are frozen right now in official timeout. 14:50 on the clock. Brookings area roller derby 132, terminus roller derby 95. There's our friend Tasha Willingham, realtor for Keller Williams, another great sponsor for Clover Cup. And that swoopy whistle means we're going to get back to skating. And I like this swoopy whistle.
I like skating too.
I like watching skating. I'm not a skater. I tried. I'm not good at it. So I tell people I found my spot in the sport, and it's behind the microphone, and I'm cool with that.
I have hung up my derby skates. However, I do still put on my jam and rhythm skates and get out there and
cool.
do my own groove thing.
Here we go. Like I said, on the power start, Lexapro for Brookings. Jock Holiday starting off in the Pepper penalty box.
Peppa penalty box.
If you want to sponsor the penalty box, let us know. It's open.
Pepper is just holding space.
Yeah, that's just Johnny Pepper, our THA, doing Johnny Pepper things.
Hats off to Mr. Pepper.
Yes, indeed. Lexapro does pick up lead. Power Jam still in play for momentarily, but now it looks like Jock Holiday has been released. And Lexapro to the outside.
Lexapro getting pinged and panged there by
Some great blocking right
Nomad and Catastrophe at the top of the pack, working with Wild Card.
You see the high fives after that.
Yeah.
Lexapro, good job blocking. That's
That is
game respects
impressive.
game.
And good sportsmanship.
Exactly. 4 points picked up by Brookings. They get 140 on the scoreboard. Now Terminus still at 95. We're under 14 minutes to go now in the game. Heading into jam number 13.
On the 13th.
Which is also 13 on the 13th. Yes.
Yeah.
It's Friday the 13th, but we're all wearing green, so are we counteracting the bad luck and lucky stuff?
I mean, luck is luck.
Luck is luck.
Luck is luck. It could be good, could be bad.
Here we go. We have Jabberwock with the star for Terminus. Brookings has Mono Loco. And
Pack moving.
Oh, so close for Jabberwock.
So close for Jabberwock.
And Mono Loco getting low once again in those turns, picking up lead jammer.
Low Mo no.
No, Mono Loco, you go low. I got Dr. Seuss book or
That is,
something.
I was about to say, that's a book in
That's
itself.
a total Seussism right there. So Mono is lead coming around for another scoring pass here. After picking up 4 in the first go-around, another 4 points picked up by Brookings.
Jabberwock does get through on initial with star in hand.
And that jam's gonna get called off. 8-point jam for Brookings. They now have 148, Terminus at 95. That last jam brought to you by Good Foot Skates, the DFW area's go-to spot for all things roller skating. Wheels, bearings, toe stops, cushions, socks, pads, and more. Need a quick fix? They'll also be on hand for the tournament here. They're also here. They have a tent here in our vendor village. So thank you very much, Good Foot Skates, our friend Quazilla, for being here and providing a great service to the derby community.
So grateful for it. Tasha Willingham is also a sponsor of 2026 Roller Derby Clover Cup. Realtor Tasha Willingham was 13 years in roller derby and still making power moves. So open up the Clover Cup digital program if you're here in person and scan the QR code on the ad for free home value report. Every closed referral sends $250 back to the derby community.
I believe the program is also available through the Clover Cup Facebook page. So if you're not in the venue, you can actually scan it on there and find it. And you can also read more about Clover Cup and our great sponsors and our great teams there as well.
And that's awesome. Way to support
It is.
local roller derby.
It is. So that jam ended with 1 point for Brookings and nothing for Terminus. So 149 to 95 is the score. Mono Loco will be jamming again for Brookings. Jock Holiday taking the star for Terminus. Looks like 2 in the box for Brookings to start off this jam. No, sorry. No. They're not ID'd. That's all. There they are. They're coming up.
It's secrets.
See, we went to the last
That
minute
was
to get
PBJ, yeah.
Waiting to the whistle for PBJ to pop up. So we got Mono Loco and Jock Holiday as your jammers. And Mono trying to go through the last 2 blockers. But great job now, waterfalling back in front. Pack coming back together in turn 1 now. Here comes Jock Holiday. Wow, 5 in a row lead jammer status for Brookings. That's the longest lead jammer streak we've had so far in the game. Thank you very much for that awesome stat, loose change. And Mono now working on a 4-point pass, looking for some more as Jock Holiday also free and clear. And Mono gonna call it after making the pass. So it should be an 8-point jam, and it is for Brookings.
Should we start watching this one? Because, I mean, it's like almost 10 seconds behind.
I don't know.
Yeah, so should we be watching this, like the YouTube, or just keep watching? Okay, thank you.
We'll figure it out afterwards. All right, next up, our jam number 16, we have Jabberwock with the star for Terminus. Lexabro jamming for Brookings.
Just under 10 minutes left in the second half. Lexabro being met by Nomad. Nomad working with Catastrophe and Pixie Sticks in the back.
And now they're having to move up a little bit to help out, or to bridge, one of the two. Looks like they help out and free up the jammer. There goes Jabberwock, lead for Terminus.
Dr. Who's Your Mama also blocking for Terminus.
So Pack settling in right now outside of turn number 2, and Jabberwock giving the signal to run it.
Nomad taking a trip to the Pepper penalty box for illegal contact.
Oh, big hit right there. Hot shot takes Jabberwock to the outside, forces a call off. So I think Jabberwock was going to call it off anyway. Just hot shot just expedited the process. So that's going to be a 2-0 jam in favor of Terminus. They have 97 now, so close to the 100 mark. Brookings at 157. We're under 9 minutes to go on the clock now. Looks like Red Fox will be out there with the star for Brookings. It will be a power start.
Don't believe it powers.
Oh no, that's the pivot. I believe.
Star. Yep, that's Nomad in the box.
So we do not have a jammer. We have a timeout.
We
called.
do have a team
timeout. Is going
timeout.
to be called by Terminus. That's their second charge timeout. They have their official review left. Brookings meanwhile has 1 timeout and their OR. That freezes our game clock at 8:41.
Great time to let you know about Sideline Orthopedics. We are proud to have Sideline Orthopedics and Sports as a longtime supporter of the Dallas Derby Devils and sponsor of Clover Cup 2026. They've been keeping our skaters and their families in top shape, providing expert care to help athletes recover, rebuild, and reclaim their game. Whether you're bouncing back from an injury or looking for top-tier orthopedic care, Sideline Orthopedics and Sports has your back, literally.
There you go. I have a question for you, Rolene.
What's your
Do
question?
you need a quick muscle warm-up before your bout?
Well, maybe.
Do you have a problem spot that needs to be worked out before the next half?
I mean, who told you?
Tanya has got your back. Gift of Grace Healing. Stop on over there. She's in the Vendor Village, but you can contact them if you come into the area, or if you're going to be here, come hang out.
Come hang out.
Come see.
Say hey to Grace.
Yes.
Hey, Grace.
Say hey
Grace,
to all the awesome
you must be
people.
watching me. I mean,
I always
who
feel
doesn't
like
have a spot in their back that needs to be worked
I
out?
do. I got a bunch. I got a bunch. So here we go. Red Fox out front and lead here for Brookings. Boulder, meanwhile, with the star for Terminus. And Boulder tried to dance on the outside for a second, shift to the inside lane, and does clear for the initial. But we'll lose a blocker to the Pepper penalty box.
Red Fox calling the jam off looking for points. 3 points awarded
3 points.
to Brookings. Score is now 160 to 97. Tournament's just sitting right there at that precipice of 100.
Yep. They're going to put Jock Holiday out there to try to break that precipice, and we're going to be Mono Loco wearing the star for Brookings. And it looks like we're going to start with one in the box for Terminus. That will be Fancy Pants von Tututush.
Just warming the throne.
I said that with my pinky out.
I
holding
love it.
Yeah, you know.
And he has a very sophisticated mustache.
I agree.
Yes.
Jock Holiday out front picking up a lead for Terminus.
Mono Loco jamming for Brookings.
And the pack moving through now to turn number 1 as Jock meets up with the penalty picked up by Jock Holiday.
And Mono out on initial.
The lead,
This is making this a power jam, and the lead is lost. Mono sliding through.
that was a low block penalty, apparently. So that's cool. We're good. Okay, let's keep moving.
4
Jock
points
Holiday.
awarded so far. And there we have it. That signature
five
low Mono. 4 additional points to Bard.
That was a high block penalty on Jock Holiday, who has served the time and now back out onto the track.
Hello, can you Mono?
And Mono Loco tried to get low into the corner, yo. Couldn't quite do it, so going to reset.
Reset. Catastrophe waiting.
And it looks like Jock Holiday working the outside, trying to use all that real estate in the turn. Turn 2 does clear.
Catastrophe using those Velcro hips to keep Mono at bay.
And Mono trying to just push through the inside, now shift to the interior.
Dirtbag
reset.
looking to provide some assistance there to Mono.
Oh, big
And
hip
it's
check to the inside.
Yeah.
That was Nomad with the hip check to the inside on Mono.
Hello.
So Nomad said no to Mono.
No, Mono.
No,
Again.
Nomad says no.
Nomad says no. No, Mono, no. This book is writing itself. I tell you what.
Whoever writes this better give us part of the
Yay,
Clover publishing rights.
royalties.
I'm just saying, we need royalties.
We need
I got
something.
bills and stuff.
Announcers
So-
don't get paid, and
No.
appreciation only goes so far.
Exactly. 12 to 8 jam for Brookings. They have 172. Terminus 105. They finally break that 100 mark. So we're at the 5-minute, 17-second mark. Red Fox, Mono, Mo, Dirtbag, and Lexibro were all juniors when I was coaching. Well, that's pretty
Aw,
cool.
well, look
It's
at your
awesome.
work.
It's awesome to watch juniors age up and play in
Right.
adult derby. I love that. I love watching a lot of juniors I used to call
It is amazing.
now playing in the adult levels, and it's amazing to watch.
It is amazing.
I
Seriously.
love that continuation of sticking with the sport and just
Dedication.
dedication, moving forward into it and just making a derby career out of it. I mean, it really is. Team timeout called. That's by Brookings, their final timeout. Both teams now left with their official reviews. And who is this timeout brought to us by?
It is
Rolene?
brought to us by Unforgiven. URRD is bringing the noise to Andrews, Texas. Established in 2025, this rec league is built for the skater, by the skater, no drama, just hard hits, fast wheels, and a community that lives for derby. The mission, good vibes, great times, Real Roller Derby. This year, they make their official debut, so tighten those laces, hit the track, and get ready, because in West Texas, Derby isn't just back, it's been resurrected.
That is the most awesomely dramatic read I have heard so far today this weekend. I am impressed.
You're welcome.
Lining up here, Jam 19 coming at you momentarily. Lexibro with the star for Brookings. Boulder is the Terminus jammer.
The audience is getting hype and electric
They
here
are.
in person. We are starting to hear bigger and bolder cheers as Boulder
Yes.
makes it through with lead jammer status.
And we are moving right along here.
Lexibro out on initial, looking to score points, as is Boulder. Boulder being met at the top of the pack by Hot Shot.
But meanwhile, Lexibro getting it stuck in the back of the pack courtesy of Fancy Pants von Tututush.
Mad Hatter helping with the bridge. Boulder rolls on through, gains 4 points.
Pack cruising through now, back toward turn number 4.
Teeny
and
tiny whip there off a pixie stick.
just a little pixie whip. And that jam is over. 4-4, at least for now, until they add more points.
6-4.
See, I was waiting on that. I was waiting on that. 6 points. Terminus now 111. Brookings with 176. We're just having a bunch of fun up here, aren't
I
we?
mean, if
We
you're not
are.
having fun, what are you doing?
You're doing it wrong if you're not having fun.
Doing it wrong.
You're doing it
You're
wrong.
doing it wrong.
I'm doing it right. Red Fox, the jammer for Brookings on this jam number 20. That is Nomad with the star this time for Terminus. And Nomad quickly through the middle of the pack, lead jammer.
Just runs out.
I'm going to go, bye.
Yeah.
Lead jammer, I got somewhere to be, it's not here, bye.
Both jammers out of the pack. Red Fox right behind Nomad, re-entering the pack. Nomad
Both jammers.
again using those toe stops.
Oh! Red Fox did escape the pack for points. Nomad took a second after a couple of contacts. Did make it through.
Dirtbag meeting Nomad.
Yes. And that jam will be called off before Red Fox can get back to the pack. So that ends the 4-4 jam. So we're closing in on the 3-minute mark to go. 180 to 115. Brookings Area Roller Derby over Terminus Roller Derby.
Nomad recognizing awesomeness where
Yes.
awesomeness is due. High-fiving Dirtbag there at the end of that jam.
I like seeing that. When you take a hit like that, and you're like, you know what? That was cool.
What's
That was a good
amazing
hit.
is seeing the hit being taken and then just the get up.
Yes. Yes, I would be down. I'd still be down.
My hips don't lie. They don't do that anymore.
My hips have
That's-
never told me the truth. We got Jabberwock leading, jammer here for Terminus, Mono Loco for Brookings.
2 minutes and a half left in this game.
And Mono Loco splits the difference up front. Lead jammer gonna go to Brookings, but here comes Jabberwock. Whistles blowing in the pack, multiplayer block gonna be assessed. Oh, an air Mono, followed by air Jabberwock. And an immediate call off, so the 4 points picked up by Brookings. So that will bring us to 184, 115 as we hit to the 2-minute mark. So at this point now, every jam could be our last. And we have Alexa Bro for Brookings. We have Jock Holiday jamming for Terminus.
Places, people, places.
Places, everybody get ready.
They almost look like they're in like a dance formation.
I know, and then we're off, and the dance is on.
Dance
it is a very
on.
elaborate dance.
Yes,
here.
it was beautiful.
I did a 2-minute dance.
Lexabro taking lead jammer status for Brookings.
Jock Holiday still working in the middle now of the pack, trying to break through the inside, but Brookings setting up the 2-wall with the brace up front.
PB&J working there with,
See Hot Shot up there with the chip block.
that is Mo Wicked. Mo Wicked working there with
So,
PB&J.
so meanwhile, here comes Lexabro. It's time for another scoring pass. Shifts from the inside to the outside. Now back to the inside, clears 4 points. Coming down to 1 minute left on the period clock. We're about a 13-second differential between the period clock and the jam clock. And Lexabro down to the knee pads. The jam will be called. And that will bring us to under a minute to go now. 9-point jam for Brookings, 193 for them. Terminus with 115. And almost a 30-second mark goes, so we should be able to squeeze one more jam into
And
this.
just as we squeeze out another point, 194 now.
Ah, see?
I
Things are
feel like
squeezing.
Brookings is
Things are
feeling a
squeezing.
little hungry for a second century.
I agree, Nightmare. This has been a great game all around. It's been
It
a lot of fun
has.
to call, a lot of fun to watch.
And if you are having fun watching Derby, there is still more Derby to be had.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot more left.
This
If you're
is
watching live, we got a lot more to go.
Yeah, this is not the last game.
No, not by a long shot. We got 2 more days left and a couple more games tonight. Lead jammer is going to go to Boulder. for Terminus.
Boulder, and we do have a successful star pass to Hot Shot. Hot Shot now with the stars. Boulder enters the pack. Boulder sliding through, gets past 6-6. That's Dirtbag on Brookings. Hot Shot re-enters the pack, looking to gain points.
Hot Shot trying to do a little shirt, first a hip whip, then a shirt whip. They couldn't quite connect with it.
Tries to roll off of Nomad. Nomad says, no, man.
No, man. So he does clear, so Red Fox, Hot Shot does clear, so does Boulder.
4 points awarded to Brookings. 7 points so far to Terminus.
And both jammers now making their way back around. Period clock has expired. We are on the jam clock.
Hot Shot and Boulder just taking a moment.
Let's just go around. We're at this point, we're just going to go and see what happens.
Let's go.
So a little bit of jammer blocking going on there for Hot Shot. And meanwhile, Boulder getting hemmed up in the back. Going to go ahead and call off the jam. And that will be our unofficial final.
Unofficial score being 198 to Brookings, Terminus 125, but we all know it ain't official till you hear that whistle, honey.
Exactly. So it was a very fun game to watch. It was back and forth for a little bit, and then of course Brookings kind of started to move away with it later on, but very competitive game, which you like seeing.
Absolutely competitive.
A lot of great action, a lot of good defensive work, a lot of good jammer work too. So, I mean, both sides of the coin here for both teams. So there we go.
And there we have it. And one additional point eked out for Brookings. So the official score is 199 to Brookings to Terminus 125. Congratulations, Brookings, and great game, Terminus.
Yes, indeed. We have had a pleasure calling this game with you, Rolene.
It was a pleasure calling it with you as well, PR. Yes. If you are not done with the Derby fun, stay tuned because your next game is going to be at 8 p.m. It is Braden, Tucky versus Kansas City.
Yes, that's going to be a fun game.
And
I think that'll be a fun game. So
we hope to see you then.
Yes, so stick around. Tune back in. We'll be here all weekend. Clover Cup 2026. Thank you all for tuning in, and we are out.
Thank you. Take care.
Hey, I'm Aaron Jackson, an Olympic gold medalist and world champion, and I'm here to introduce to you the new Bonk Quadstar Carbon. With its new carbon fiber base upgrade, it's here to level up your skating experience. There's a pretty big difference between the Bonk Quadstar Carbon and other derby boots on the market. Most other boots on the market have a thick, heavy leather or plastic base. This technology was developed in the 1950s, but manufacturers still use it today because it's pretty cheap to make. The Bonk Quadstar Carbon, on the other hand, is made with ultra lightweight, ultra strong carbon fiber. This carbon fiber base has a number of advantages. First, it's much stronger. Second, it's a lot lighter than a plastic base. And third, it's a lot thinner. This lowers your center of gravity and makes pretty much everything you do on skates just that much easier. Lastly, the carbon fiber base is heat moldable in the oven or with a hairdryer, whereas most plastic bases are not. The Bonk Quadstar Carbon is built from a cast, or as we call it, a last, from laser scans of thousands of feet, which basically gives you a perfect fit right out of the box. The outer skin is crafted from 100% genuine Australian leather, ensuring unmatched durability in the demanding world of roller derby. And with Bonk's anti-stretch material, your boots stay true to fit session after session. The toe of the boot has 3 layers of materials that can withstand kicks, falls, crashes, or whatever else roller derby can throw at you. Crafted by hand with a focus on performance, Bonk's one-piece construction and in-house resin development really set these boots apart. Most roller derby boots are made in pieces and glued together, but with Bonk's famous one-piece construction, the base and upper are built from the inside out and are fused together with resin, glue, and stitching. There really is no better performing boot on the market. Whether you're pushing your limits on the track or mastering new moves, the Quadstar Carbon by Bont supports every stride, turn, and stop with unparalleled precision. So if you're ready to elevate your roller derby game, it's time to step into the future with a Bont Quadstar Carbon. Lighter, stronger, faster. Experience the Bont difference today.
Song so far? If so, this opportunity maybe for you, maybe for you, maybe for you, you. Arizona B is for Vegas models. Thanks. Arizona B is for Bulldogs, B is for
is roller derby. I'm from CMAX Roller Derby League in Johannesburg, South Africa. My name's Pippa and we're going to explain to you exactly what happens in a game of roller derby. Roller derby is a sport played on quad roller skates on an oval flat track. Each 30-minute half is broken down into 2-minute jams. Each team fields 1 jammer and a pack of 4 blockers. The jammer is the one with a star on her helmet. Her job is to score as many points as she can. Blockers line up in front of the jammers, and their job is to prevent the opposing jammer from getting through. One blocker will be a pivot, and she has a stripe on her helmet. The pivot can set the pace and help control the pack. She also has the opportunity to get given the star and become a jammer. Each jam begins like this. When the whistle's blown, the jammers fight to get through the pack. The first jammer to legally get out of the pack is called the lead jammer. Lead jammer is indicated by the ref like so. She gets the opportunity to end the jam at any point before the 2 minutes is up. The second jammer, who isn't lead, is indicated like this. Both jammers are going to race around the track and try and pass through the pack again. For every opposing blocker that they pass, they score 1 point. Blockers are going to prevent the opposing jammer from getting through by forming a wall, slowing them down positionally, leading them out of bounds, or knocking them out of bounds. No blocking is allowed above the shoulders, so that means no hitting to the head and definitely no punching. You are allowed to hit players in the front of the body and at the sides all the way down to their knees, but no contact is allowed below the knees. From the back, you can hit skaters from the side, but absolutely no contact is allowed directly to the center of the back. A jam ends when the 2 minutes are up, or the lead jammer calls it off by doing this. The ref will then blow the whistle 4 times and the jam will end. And then the next jam will begin with a new lineup. The team with the most points at the end of the hour is the winner. This is what roller derby is not about. No fighting, no hitting to the head, definitely no tripping, no pushing, no pulling, and definitely no wet willies.
I let my tape pop, and if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop. And you don't stop. You don't stop. Never eat your pig, cause a pig is a cop.
I got the rap patrol on the Gap Patrol. Ladies love me long time like Tupac Soul.
Like roll, like dough, like dro, nitro. And if you don't know, now you know. You know I got soul. Up to the house in my 6'4". Oh snap! Guess what I saw? Standing on the front stoop, hanging out the window. Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Restoration One is a team of property restoration experts and immediate responders who help homeowners after disaster strikes. So whether you're dealing with the aftermath of a broken sewer main, a house fire, flood, or any other kind of disaster, Restoration One is here to make sure your home is rebuilt and restored properly. Our repairmen and technicians are among the most trained and experienced in the industry, and our team is available 24/7 to respond to emergency damage immediately. So don't hesitate. Call us today for a free estimate.
Hey everyone, Aaron Jackson here, Olympic gold medalist, world champion, and yeah, I love roller derby too. But today I'm not here to talk about medals. I'm here to talk about what gets me to the top, my skates, and more specifically, my wheels. And the Bont Royal Assassin is the only wheel I trust. I've been skating on these for over a decade, and that's not an endorsement deal, that's just me being picky. Most skate wheels, they're mass-produced and built to a price point, but the Royal Assassin's different. They're hand-poured with the best urethane out there. Now take this one. It's 96A hardness, but it rolls like 100A and grips like 92A. It's the holy grail for speed and control. Plus, it doesn't pick up every speck of dust on the floor. And the lifespan, I'm getting at least twice the mileage out of these compared to other wheels. So hey, I know everyone's got their preferences, but if you're serious about skating, whether it's roller derby, speed, or just having fun, do yourself a favor and try the Bont Royal Assassin. It may not be the cheapest, but it's the best. And in my world, that's what counts.
Roller derby is almost like a race and chess at the same time.
Adrenaline, pure endorphins and adrenaline.
It's very physical, it's full contact.
Sneaking around that, oh!
People run into each other on purpose. I'd put it closer to wrestling than I would even to football.
Barbie is right on homie still.
It's a historically counterculture sport.
Travel around the world, live, eat, breathe, roller derby.
Like Fight Club, basically, but like super chill.
Some people say it's the roughest game you can play on skates, and we're not talking about hockey. It's a sport that requires strength, strategy, and some of the world's most hilarious nicknames. We're talking about roller derby.
Cinco is on fire. Awesome.
The last time you saw skaters flying around an oval track on TV, it probably looked more like this. That's Erin Jackson, the fastest American woman on ice. And when she's not busy winning Olympic gold medals, she's doing something else.
I skate for a roller derby team out of Jacksonville, Florida.
You see, there's not a whole lot of ice in Florida, but Jackson's been on roller skates since she was a kid.
Erin Jackson bursting through.
There she is in the live stream of the 2015 Roller Derby Championships.
Erin Jackson plunges into the pack one more time.
Looking as unstoppable then as she is today.
It's really the only team sport I've done, so it's kind of a totally different experience for me, and it's just really amazing. Just like the community and just the social aspect of it all is really cool.
It turns out when your team does stuff like this,
Oh, it's a pileup.
it builds friendships like nothing else.
These people are so nice.
They're really nice people who hit each other.
Yeah, and it's great, yeah, because they'll be like, wow, that was a great hit, you really knocked me out.
It is a full contact sport, but it wasn't always that way. Roller derby dates back to the 1930s and began as more of an endurance race. Its inventor, Leo Seltzer, was in the movie business, and he started adding things to make it more fun for the audience, like teams, scores, and eventually storylines.
This person's gonna throw a punch and this person's gonna dodge and it's gonna be amazing and everyone's gonna cheer. Like there was totally a period of time where roller derby was that.
Forearm block up into Reyes' elbow. Oh, good, solid block, and he hit that deck.
It was like pro wrestling on skates, and that scripted form of the game was reborn bigger than ever in the 1960s and 70s thanks to Bay Area TV broadcasts like this one.
Coming your way from Kezar Pavilion, Golden Gate Park in the city of San Francisco.
That's Leo Seltzer's son Jerry doing color commentary.
Well, it certainly has been wild. They're just closing up a fight down there.
He took over the business and moved the headquarters to Oakland, where he made the San Francisco Bay Bombers the most popular team of all time.
Rose Duran belts her with the left arm, hits her with a right elbow block, and down goes Carroll.
The Bombers had men's and women's lineups, and there was no shortage of elaborately choreographed fights.
Oh, right in the chin, left, right, left hook.
The sport was even featured on an episode of Charlie's Angels, starring Farrah Fawcett, who skates undercover and beats up one of her own teammates. But eventually, just like a skater in a scripted fight, roller derby itself was down for the count. There were lots of attempts to get the sport back on its feet, but in the early 2000s, the one that finally worked was different.
It was kind of reclaimed by a group of folks in Texas. And they said, hey, we could actually make this into a sport where it's truly an athletic competition where it's not a predetermined outcome, where there's no choreography.
It was grassroots, and it was all women. Some went on to start leagues that skate on a banked track and inspired the 2009 movie Whip It.
Give it up for the undefeated Holy Rollers!
But others wanted to re-envision the sport for a flat track.
We want it to be able to be played more inclusively in more places. Tennis courts, gymnasiums, basketball courts.
They quickly became the biggest roller derby organization in the world, the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. All it takes is some rope and some tape to lay down a track just about anywhere.
Go, hustle, hustle.
Regardless of what track you play on, the basic rules are the same. Each team has 4 blockers and a jammer. The jammers wear those stars on their helmets and line up behind the pack.
Once the jammer breaks through the pack, she hauls ass around the track a second time and tries to score. For every player on the opposing team the jammer passes, she gets a point.
And remember, both teams have jammers, so the blockers are playing offense and defense at the same time, trying to stop the other team's jammer while clearing a path for their own.
Jammer Ray for lead.
Each jam lasts 2 minutes, but the lead jammer, the first one to break through, can end the jam early to prevent the other team from scoring.
And calls the jam off.
To play on a flat track, they've had to come up with some new rules for things like going out of bounds. For some, that's part of the fun.
The DIY energy of a sport that's still evolving.
And of course, now that all the hits and falls are real and not staged,
Ooh, nice solid hit.
there are rules about that too.
Nothing down the center of the back, nothing above the neck.
Enforcing those rules, more than half a dozen referees, including one with the nickname Danger Muffin.
This is a very physical sport.
People run into each other on purpose, and there's legal ways to do that and illegal ways to do it, but it sure is physical.
Just like in hockey, get caught breaking the rules and you'll go to the penalty box.
Oh, bully being sent to the box. Looks like it's a power jam.
That's where 30 seconds can feel like an eternity. And make no mistake, though each jam is a sprint around the track, the full 60-minute game is a marathon and a true test of endurance.
There's people puking back there, and we still go out. We puke, we go back out, we grind, we get the points, and we keep going.
Is puking a thing in this sport?
I mean, if you have to, yeah.
But to those with the stomach for it,
You'll fall, a lot of falling, a lot of falling.
it's pure exhilaration.
Adrenaline, pure endorphins and adrenaline. And it's like the best, most welcoming environment I've ever been in.
It can even be a place to reinvent your identity.
Most people pick derby names, so it's kind of like an alter ego.
Number 221, Sherlock Holmes.
My derby name is Colonel.
How'd you get your derby name?
Something that pops like my personality. I've also loved corn since 1992.
Were you born in 1992?
How did you know? My name is Panic with an exclamation point at the end. Panic at the Derby. I felt like it kind of encapsulated my personality of being panicky.
I actually was getting tattooed. One of my dear teammates was like, wow, you really have needle fever. And I was like, ah, okay.
When I first started, it was really intense. There was an online registration and you couldn't have the same nickname as anybody else in the entire world. You had to apply for your nickname.
Some of my teammates, I don't even know their real name because we just call each other our derby names.
With those chosen names, they become family. Through the hits and falls and occasional trips to the hospital.
I've had support like no other. One of my derby sisters sang to me and serenaded me in bed while I had stitches in my leg.
Inseparable sisters in a sport where men are the minority.
When you think about how people talk about sports, you're talking about basketball or women's basketball. If someone says roller derby, they're talking about not men's roller derby, and I think that's really special too.
And the term not men is intentional. At a time when trans and non-binary athletes are the subject of debate in some women's sports, there's no debate here.
We're welcoming you. We want you to come be part of this with us.
Gemma Ray! Oh, solid hit!
Welcoming everyone who's willing to take one for the team in a sport that now has hundreds of leagues in dozens of countries around the world, including about half a dozen leagues in and around the Bay Area. But it still hasn't lost that do-it-yourself spirit.
MVP is Kilmar Girl.
Right down to the handmade trophies and that coveted Lifesaver Award.
We got jewels from my grandmother's lamp. There's like precious heirlooms on this.
Though some would argue the real lifesaver is roller derby itself.
I didn't feel that closeness in high school or any type of schooling, so when I found it with these women, it was instantaneous.
What has Derby taught you about life?
That anything can come to you at any given moment as a surprise or as a hit, so always stay on your toes.
Hey, I'm Aaron Jackson, an Olympic gold medalist and world champion, and I'm here to introduce to you the new Bonk Quadstar Carbon. With its new carbon fiber base upgrade, it's here to level up your skating experience. There's a pretty big difference between the Bonk Quadstar Carbon and other derby boots on the market. Most other boots on the market have a thick, heavy leather or plastic base. This technology was developed in the 1950s, but manufacturers still use it today because it's pretty cheap to make. The Bonk Quadstar Carbon, on the other hand, is made with ultra lightweight, ultra strong carbon fiber. This carbon fiber base has a number of advantages. First, it's much stronger. Second, it's a lot lighter than a plastic base. And third, it's a lot thinner. This lowers your center of gravity and makes pretty much everything you do on skates just that much easier. Lastly, the carbon fiber base is heat moldable in the oven or with a hairdryer, whereas most plastic bases are not. The Bonk Quadstar Carbon is built from a cast, or as we call it, a last, from laser scans of thousands of feet, which basically gives you a perfect fit right out of the box. The outer skin is crafted from 100% genuine Australian leather, ensuring unmatched durability in the demanding world of roller derby. And with Bonk's anti-stretch material, your boots stay true to fit session after session. The toe of the boot has 3 layers of materials that can withstand kicks, falls, crashes, or whatever else roller derby can throw at you. Crafted by hand with a focus on performance, Bonk's one-piece construction and in-house resin development really set these boots apart. Most roller derby boots are made in pieces and glued together, but with Bonk's famous one-piece construction, the base and upper are built from the inside out and are fused together with resin, glue, and stitching. There really is no better performing boot on the market. Whether you're pushing your limits on the track or mastering new moves, the Quadstar Carbon by Bonk supports every stride, turn, and stop with unparalleled precision. So if you're ready to elevate your roller derby game, it's time to step into the future with a Bonk Quadstar Carbon. Lighter, stronger, faster. Experience the Bonk difference today.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Well, hi there, Shady. How are you?
Hi, Luce.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great because we are at Clover Cup.
Oh my God.
2026. That's right.
It's game number 6. This is the final game of today, of Friday.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
And it is 8 p.m. here in Dallas. And so we are going to close the day out with Braden Tucky Bombers and Kansas City Roller Warriors. Kansas City Roller Warriors, fun fact, was one of the first teams that I called whenever I did my first playoffs for WFTDA. So a little throwback for me today.
Look at you.
Aww.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Both of these teams have actually already played today.
True.
So
Kansas City earlier today.
Yep.
And then Braden Tucky not too terribly long ago.
No.
There's been a game in between.
Yeah.
So definitely going to be interesting to see both of these teams and how things are going to play out in this final game of the day. Let's go ahead and introduce you to them, starting with Braden Tucky. Number 00 Testicles, number 008 Intoxicate, 19 Big Appa, 29 Miss Carter, number 3 Texas Chainsaw Mascara, number 41 Eric Honda, 413 Florida Cracker, number 5 Morgan Hackemer, number 62, Dita Von Cheats. Number 71, Vixen Wrecker. 722, Swearodactyl.
I love that
87,
name.
Dolly Death Star. Number 88, Hot Reels. 906, Joint Custody. Dyslexia almost got me there. 911, Reno.
And for our wonderful Kansas City Roller Warriors, we've got 1027 Brick Hit House, 11 Felix, 111 Cirque du Soleil, 15 Mini Me, 24 Helvetica, 28 Sing, 33 Honey Smack, 424 Steel, 45 Serial Killer, 47 Baby Doll, 4816 Hateful Skate, 623 Calamity. Number 7 is Lucy Fear. 71 Cecilia Payne. 860 is Black Mamba. And let's go through those officials real quick. We've got Nat Geo, the Doctor, Slamsa Stark, Orville Wreck, Hot Grudge Sunday, Penny Painful, Noodle, Free the Biscuits, and Oh Hell No Kitty.
Also, Dread Hochuli.
You got it.
Ice Queen. Ooh, look at me go. RJ, Rough Draft, Dr. Math, Illinois, Tiny Tanium, and Effin' Ref.
Always wonderful. So
we love our zebras. Thank you so much, zebras.
Yes. It's in the rules. If we didn't have our officials and we didn't have our medic staff, roller derby wouldn't be able to happen. But roller derby is indeed happening. That first whistle has already been whistled. We've got Vixen Wrecker out there with the star for Braden Tucky and Steel for Kansas City. Steel has already cleared that pack, picked up the lead, and is entering that first point scoring pass. Oh, fast as well as a little bit backwards. Calls it off for
And
first blood, so to speak.
First four on the floor, whatever
Yep.
new pneumatic
Exactly.
we're using for
There's
that.
officially points.
Officially points. So we've already got our lineup coming up for this next set. So based on these previous games, with your kind of take a look at Kansas City and mine with Braden Tucky, this lineup for Braden Tucky, not a surprise, joint custody out there as Jammer, Helvetica, also out there for Kansas City. So these are repeats from Jammer and Blocker lineups from earlier today. On the outside, joint custody, looking for this lateral movement through the top of the apex, usually a place that's friendly for jammers. Having a little trouble there for sure. Going all the way to the line, but not quite in there. Meanwhile, Helvetica trying to go up through the middle, but has now been, kind of trapped almost and squished into the back of the pack. Both jammers really struggling to make it through this apex.
And of course, exactly as you say it, through Helvetica goes for that lead.
Sometimes the announcers just say things
And
to
then-
move
yeah,
the game along,
exactly.
and then the universe listens.
Precisely. It's all about the plot, and we are just plot devices.
Indeed.
So we've got Helvetica with that star, looking to put some additional points up there for those Kansas City Roller Warriors, and 4 in the sky so far. We do have a star pass to number 413 3.
That's Florida Cracker. Florida Cracker taking a few star passes in the game before. So, again, very much sticking to the script from our game previously. Ooh, quick movement on the outside, inside. Yep, able to get free. Helvetica, which, I mean, that was a wall.
Yeah.
No pun intended in this case, both literally and figuratively. Dropped Helvetica down, and the decision to call was made. 9 points right now for the Roller Warriors and 4 for the Bombers.
So one of the things that we saw with the Roller Warriors for their first bout today is they really made sure that they were always in control of the location of the pack. And we saw this consistently. They would start at the pivot line, the other team would take that jammer line, and they would adjust and slowly roll back right before that first whistle. Already starting to see that occurring again. We've got Felix and Big Appa wearing those stars.
Yep.
Felix pushing at the front there. Oh, there goes one. That's Intoxicati. Heading to that penalty box.
Looks like for a multiplayer. Mini-Me also taking a trip to the penalty box for a forearm. Appa going to have to be recycled back into the straightaway. Felix taking advantage of that confusion and the stretched out pack, able to get through. Lead jammer going to Kansas City. So Kansas City establishing a bit of a pattern early on. 3 leads in a row here. And then that slide through perfectly through that second turn, just a little sidestep onto the lane 1 and through for an almost easy 4.
Yeah. And basically the same thing right on that outside. Being able to utilize, even with that slight pack disadvantage that the Roller Warriors currently have, for, Felix doing their darndest to get through. We've got Big Appa coming up, but it is called before Big Appa's able to put any points on the board. But that was 10 points in that 2.5 scoring passes for the Roller Warriors there, bringing them to 23. Braden Tuckey holding at 4.
So we're coming up on 5 minutes into this game, going into jam number 4. We're reaching a point right now typically where we start to see some of these teams solidify kind of what rotations they're going to be using, solidify the lineups that they're going to be using, and we are starting to see that here. Vixen, Wrecker, Cecilia Payne wearing the star for their teams, and then we are starting to see repeats in our blocker lineups. Florida Cracker, Baby Doll, Serial Killer, Testicles. These lineups looking really good. Mini-Me staying out there due to the penalty. And out first as lead, but not lead. A high block being called on Cecilia Payne. This is going to give Vixen the opportunity to snatch that lead jammer designation.
Yeah, so Vixen does indeed get awarded that lead jammer. Is smartly pays attention to third base coach, calls it off. So this is going to be a power start for the next jammer. And yeah, like you were saying, this is the point in time where we start to see how big is the jammer rotation. Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 5? Is it even bigger than that if it's figuring out who's going to be effective over against who else?
Indeed. Florida Cracker also going to remain out on the track, having received a forearm in the previous jam. So Bombers will start 1 down. And with a power start, so joint custody taking the star in this moment for the power start. Joint custody, really, especially at the end of their previous game, really doing a lot of extra work and putting in the reps towards the second half. So I'm interested in seeing if that carries over kind of through this game, to see if maybe joint custody makes more of that presence. Big collapse through turn number 4. We're going to call that jam off, see if anything actually is going to go up on the board. Looks like yes, 4 points for the Bombers.
Able to hold the Roller Warriors scoreless for that jam number 5.
Okay, and we are going to have an empty penalty box to begin this jam. Everybody was able to exhaust those penalties.
Already seeing Steele back out there for the Roller Warriors. Reno, first time we're seeing Reno so far this game with a star for Braden Tucky.
You were mentioning having a deeper jammer rotation. Braden Tucky, it does seem to be one of those teams that is able to kind of throw folks in and, you know, really like to test the waters to see who's going to be the most effective. Like I was saying, we saw joint custody do a lot of work at the end of the game, did some of the work at the beginning of the game. Nice little apex hop there by Steele to get through the pack. 4 points on the board while maintaining lead. And so I'm interested to see like kind of how the jammer rotation plays out for Braden Tucky. Meanwhile, Roller Warriors continuing to increase that lead and hold the Bombers scoreless in this jam.
Yeah, so for the first game that Kansas City played today, they had a fairly consistent 5-jammer rotation that they just continually utilized. You know, every so often there was a relief or a double. Already starting to see that, you know, happening. Here we got Helvetica again, Vixen Wreckers out there already again. Lucy Fear was an extremely effective jammer for that first, and we're starting to see her more in that blocker position with these first few jams.
Interesting. So we've got Helvetica up front, 1 to go, gets it through the top of the apex. Lead jammer going to the Roller Warriors. And on the outside line now, Vixen Wrecker able to get through the pack as well. Pack trying to, looks like, come out of the apex. Not going to quite make it all the way out before Helvetica reaches the pack. Takes a spill in that second straightaway. Goes ahead and calls it off. Gets up a little slow, but did
get up.
Did get up. Called it off in time to hold the Bombers to 0. Sorry, excuse me. 2 points did come through. So 2-2. It's a wash. Let's do it over again.
Yeah, might as well.
Let's play more roller
20-point difference at this point. 33 for the Roller Warriors, 13 for the Bombers.
We are coming up on 20 minutes left in the period, going into jam number 8. So this definitely is one of those times where when you're these two teams, you're kind of, now you're comfy, you're settled in, you're, you know, able to kind of like begin really digging deep into how you want this game to go. And Felix, with some backward sass, I might say, lead jammer for the Roller Warriors.
This is the second time we've seen that backward sass from Felix while picking up lead.
Felix through almost on the inside line, now looking laterally to the out. Looks like was going to be forced to recycle, but instead will decide to call that off. So I'm checking. I'm sorry. Pardon my lean, Luce, but I wanted to see that outside line.
Listen, you can just scoot closer to me.
I could. You know what? I think I will.
It's totally fine.
I think I will. Thank you.
I showered and everything. I
wow.
put deodorant on for you this morning, so you're welcome.
High five. Great job. We are friends here. Cecilia Payne going to wear the star for Roller Warriors. Speaking of people who are friends. And it does look like it is going to be joint custody wearing the star for the Bombers. Jam is on. And through the inside, joint custody tries to take advantage of an opening, may find it, and does on the inside. Lead jammer going to the Bombers, and it looks like through the middle, 1 blocker left to go. It's going to be Cecilia Payne, also now out and on a scoring pass. So third lead jammer status for Braden Tucky.
Oh, big hit and roll to that inside.
Yeah, that was a mighty shoulder there from Kansas City's Black Mamba.
Black Mamba, also earlier in the jam, closer to turn 1, was absolutely being just a wrecking ball and making sure that the jammer was getting no space to move in any capacity.
I think that's one of the greatest compliments one can give a blocker is, you know, be a wrecking ball and be a menace.
Yep.
Or were you a menace today? Yes.
Congratulations.
Success.
Good job. You deserve a gold star
Have
for that.
you been a menace today?
Speaking of stars, oh, we've got Vixen Wrecker and Steele out there with the stars, but that is a forearm being assessed to Steele. So this is gonna, number 1, Vixen Wrecker already picking up lead, and this is now 30-second power jam for Vixen Wrecker. We're just seeing, this is our first jammer penalty this half, and when you've got a 21-point game, ideally, you know, this is what you want to be able to see, but we've got 4 points and a quick call off there for the Bombers.
Bombers going to go ahead and use this opportunity to create a power start situation, be able to set the lineup that they want in a moment like this with only 17 points separating these two teams. Bombers, this is a good place for them to begin trying to close that gap. It's not a big gap in the world of roller derby, but it is a gap nonetheless.
Especially when you've still got a whole half and 17 and a half minutes remaining.
Exactly. So you want to be very strategic in this moment and make sure that you're taking advantage of every second that you can. Little step hop for Reno. Did we get it? Yes. Step through. Lead jammer going to Reno. I'm going to try to burn as much time as possible to get to that pack.
Yeah, so Steele wasn't even standing so there was more than 10 seconds left on that penalty. Now everyone is clear from that penalty box, and we've got jammers looking to put some points on the board officially now, both of them, but it is only 3 that's going to be going to those Bombers.
Reno kind of got caught up there at the end of that jam a little bit, and I mean, Steele was just booking it.
Yeah.
So
Steele was making up for lost time.
Team timeout going to be assessed to Kansas City, and in moments like this, we would like to say some thank yous.
I love that we have some time to say thank yous, like, I don't know, how about Radical Wheels? Radical Wheels is a trans-owned skate brand that puts community first. They are here in the venue, so you can visit their Radical Wheels booth for quality roller skate wheels and Queer Skate Alliance merch that gives back in some way. You can actually also check them out at radical.wheels on Instagram and their website, radicalwheels.shop, if you've got some, money burning a hole in your pocket that you want to support a trans-owned skate brand with. So thank you, Radical Wheels, for being a sponsor here at the 2026 Clover Cup.
Yay. So something interesting that our producer extraordinaire, PR Armageddon, has shared with me
PR
is that there's a really interesting difference in the scoring of both of these teams.
Okay, tell me.
So with Braden Tucky, there has been consistent jams where scoring has happened, but it's been in low quantity, whereas on the Kansas City Roller Warriors side, there have been jams, at least 5, where they've been held scoreless, but the other jams have very clearly been making up the difference between that. So as we continue to collect our information, we should be able to identify if there are specific personages responsible that wear stars that are responsible for those particular things. So
interesting.
Stay tuned for stats analysis later. In the meantime, we're in jam number 12. Vixen, Wrecker, and Helvetica wearing the star. Vixen is lead jammer out and on a scoring pass, but will decide to go ahead and call it off. And it will be, looks like a double goose egg. We're gonna check. Officials are discussing, and it is. Yep, it's our first jam with both teams being held scoreless.
As I like to say, it may be scoreless, but that doesn't mean it was pointless.
You can't hear me, people at home,
Thank
but
you.
the applause.
Listen, Shady Hawkins has officially applauded me. I can retire now from roller derby.
Please don't. Please don't, especially not right now.
I'm just, listen.
Whoa,
I'm done.
right
I'm
off
done.
the line, a quick and fast star pass from Big Appa to Florida Cracker. Florida Cracker now jamming right off the line, so obviously not eligible for lead. Felix now, though, coming out as lead. Florida Cracker looking to score points, I believe has gone ahead and made the full 4.
Able to clear that last blocker. It was number, I believe, 7. And did a beautiful little twist there in order to pick up those points. So I think that was 4 abound.
Yep, 4 each. So again, a wash, but not. You said it better. Do it again.
So it may be scoreless, but it's not pointless.
Music.
Yep.
Music. I feel like that's the script of like a tattoo, like on like the a cursive script
in
on a
like
forearm.
the live, laugh, love, like loopy stuff.
That's a derby tattoo idea.
I love this
for free for all of you
there you
outside
go. My
out
gift
there.
to you in the internet.
Joint custody and Cecilia Payne now jamming for their respective teams. Joint custody out as lead. Big Appa in the penalty box with a track cut. So Bombers skating 1 down. Cecilia Payne is out, and on that scoring pass, joint custody is looking for points and will get to. This is going to be, I believe it's roughly a 60% lead acquisition right now in the last, 6 jams for the Bombers. So definitely a little bit of a change of momentum. But is that change of momentum going to be reflected in the change of the score? So far, it's been very slow going. So it's interesting to see that the lead acquisition has gone up. Will we see the productivity from that?
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at, it's 12 points at this point in time, and we've had such low-scoring jams every single time so far. That could realistically be 3 or 4 jams. Looks like we do have.
Jam was called off due to injury, so we had a couple of skaters. One from each team with a little bit of a tie up there, almost right off the line, so right between the lines, and skater and an abundance of caution. Looks like she has, they have opted to remain down. So while they are being evaluated by our wonderful medical team that is a frequent face here at Dallas Derby Devils, let us give them a thank you.
Now, would that be the sideline orthopedics?
Absolutely.
Or would that be Ritz safety? Because I feel like both of them are frequently here.
They honestly, they are. So sideline definitely and Ritz safety are both, taking their time to be here this weekend to make sure that all of our skaters and athletes are 100% safe.
They're both sponsors, which is great. So Sideline Orthopedics and Sports, obviously, like you said, longtime supporter of Dallas Derby Devils, longtime sponsor of Clover Cup. They always keep our skaters, their families in tip-top shape. They really provide that expert care to help those athletes recover, rebuild, and reclaim their game. So whether you're bouncing back from an injury or just looking for a little bit of top-tier orthopedic care, Sideline Orthopedics and Sports, is your go-to when you're in the Dallas area. Look them up. Go visit. Help support a company that supports some of your favorite roller derby.
So it looks like we're going to be beginning now that we've had clearance. Power start is going to be what's happening for Braden Tuckey. So it is a track cut for Steele. So Steele will begin in the penalty box. Other than that, full lineup.
Is this the first power start that we're seeing for Braden Tuckey?
It P. Armageddon coming in with the facts. It sure is.
I love a good PR fact. Who doesn't?
Joint custody, looking for an opening on the outside, not quite going to find it, but a little bit of a juke there in the top of the apex and out around on the outside. Going to take advantage of the power start. Lead jammer going to the Bombers.
Yep, so with that slow-moving pack rolling through turn 2, obviously starting to pick up a little bit of speed. And that is a big hit to the outside there by the pivot.
Baby Doll.
Baby Doll. Baby Doll, ooh. Baby Doll was like the pivot to watch in Kansas City's first game. It was a beautiful thing, the hits that Baby Doll was laying out there.
Steele has been released from the penalty box and is now going to be on a scoring pass. Joint custody saw it happen.
Yep.
Called that off, and we will see three. I see the wiggle of a thumb. There is in fact a thumb.
That is what sets us apart from certain kinds of animals.
So I've heard.
Yeah, that thumb.
I've heard that. So Vixen, Wrecker, and Helvetica going to be taking the line for their respective teams. And a little bit of a lineup change. So Texas Chainsaw Mascara out there with Florida Cracker and Testicles. Morgan Hackemer, Lucy Fear, Black Mama, Bricks Hit House, Sing. All going to be, so like I said, a little bit of a mix-up, not too much. Not too much. Just maybe try a little something new. Team timeout by the Bombers will give us an opportunity to...
How about we talk a little bit about Good Mood Meats? Clover Cup athletes run on grit, heart, and seriously good protein, folks. Good Mood Meats LLC proudly provides prime grade, pasture-raised, grain-finished beef that is inspected and sourced from a single animal for superior quality and flavor. Whether you're cheering from the stands or recovering after a hard-fought bout, elevate your table with dry-aged ground beef, hand-cut steaks, and classic roasts. And here's the other deal, friends. If you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Good Mood Meats have part of the raffle that we have going on here. So you could come down tomorrow. It's only Saturday. You could buy some raffle tickets, and you could potentially walk away with some meat on Sunday. Who wouldn't need some meat?
Delicious meat.
What's going on out there, Shady?
Vixen, Wrecker, and Helvetica so we are going to keep those lineups even after the team timeout. So Vixen, Wrecker, Helvetica have started jam number 17 as their jammers. And this is now, a track cut has been assessed.
Oh, goodness.
So to Vixen. Vixen will take a seat in that penalty box. And meanwhile, we'll just need to kind of find, okay, so lead has been assessed and awarded to Helvetica. So Vixen did acquire that penalty prior to being awarded lead.
Yep.
First lead jam status acquisition, if we're going to say that.
For Kansas City.
For Kansas City in the last 9 jams.
Excellent.
So there, again, that momentum shift as far as like attaining lead and being able to get out of that pack quickly, definitely been favoring the Bombers right now. But we are still seeing 9 points separating these teams, with Kansas City Roller Warriors still at 41. So Braden Tucky, Bombers at 32. So again, the lead acquisition is happening.
Yeah.
And the points, though, are slowly catching up.
Yep. And we've got, just over 10 and a half minutes remaining in this second half as we are in jam number 17. So both of these jammers released, the Roller Warriors calling it off, able to put 8 more points on the board in that jam, holding Braden Tucky scoreless at 32.
So like we were just kind of talking about, it's that point, these points are kind of, they're almost rubber bandy in this moment, it feels like, okay, maybe just like a little bit, and then, all right, we're going to get a little closer again. And then maybe we can start kind of creeping away, and then, we're just going to get a little closer again. And I'm interested to see like halftime statistics about like what's that's going to show about our blocker effectiveness. In their defensive capabilities, because right now I feel like the score reflects that there is some very intricate defensive work that's happening on this track. Big pile up in the apex. No pass being called, but Felix has come out as lead for the Roller Warriors. Joint custody through and on a scoring pass. Felix is going to call it off prior to joint custody being able to pick up points, and we will have a full 4. So further extending, again, that slow kind of rubber banding out for the Roller Warriors. My mouth does work, I promise. 32 to now 53 as that kind of lead trickles out just a bit more.
Yep. Again, we're seeing Kansas City taking that very quick line. It's either they're there or they take one of the 2 lines to begin with, and then sort of adjust from there. We've got Reno with the star for Braden Tucky, Cecilia Payne for Kansas City. Both these jammers working through, but that is Cecilia Payne able to push through the top there, picks up lead.
So a really interesting situation there defensively by the Kansas City Roller Warriors. That tripod in the back there, really doing work, and big hit to number 88. That is Hot Reels. Hot Reels, a part of this this wall structure of the Bombers that was really doing a lot of defensive management in their game prior, and it looks like Hot Reels is going to take a seat on the bench. That hit in the straightaway impacting them and coach is asking for a medic for the bench. So we will see kind of the impact on time that this will take. It looks like we are not, we are going to go into an official timeout while our medical team addresses that hit. And in the meantime.
So, yeah. Oh, you want me to? Oh, fine. I guess I'll do the thing that you want me to do.
Listen, I'm very also happy. I don't think that's a real sentence, BT Dubs, but I am also.
You are so very happy.
I am so very
I love
happy,
that you're happy
most of the time. And most of the time when I'm happy, I like to say thank you to my friends.
Aww.
And so thank you, friend. Thank you, friend. And thank you also to Goodfoot Skates. Goodfoot Skates is the DFW area's go-to spot for all things roller skating: wheels, bearings, toe stops, cushions, socks, pads, and more. Need a quick fix? They're also on hand for expert skate repairs and assistance throughout the tournament. You can also do ordering with them. You can, give them a call. They do shipping. Like, Goodfoot can make this work for you. And even as an example, in Dallas's game earlier today, Lady Tally,
Tally
pretty much exploded both skates. and Goodfoot Skates was able to get those repaired on site here before the end of the game, and she she was skating in wombo combo skates.
Okay, so it was we were getting some conflicting information. Some of it was one of Wombo's skates, and it was one, and then it was half. It was like of the something from Wombo skates on somebody else. Like, it was just like they Frankenstein monstered for like a very brief moment, so could get everything squared away.
It was a waterfall of skate. Yep.
So let's talk real quickly about the penalties that's going on, because we are 19 jams in at this point in time. We have 6 penalties right now for Braden Tucky, and those are 6 different individual skaters. We have, for the Roller Warriors, we have 9, and that is 5 different skaters. We've got 2 people with 2, and then 2 sole individuals with just 1. So already starting to see a little bit of, more of a spread, more flexibility with the Bombers for the opportunity to, if things kind of go wibbly wobbly sideways, versus the individual that already has 3 penalties for Kansas City, and we're not even at halftime yet.
So I do want to point out something for those that aren't able to look at home. Is as we're looking at this penalty spread, we can also see what all of the codes are, because CRG is wonderful.
Yep.
And the vast majority of these penalties that are being recorded for both teams are the forearm.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting, little tidbits that we get to see and kind of share with everybody at home. When things like this happen, we really do like to call attention to it, because that definitely gives us a lot of information about both of these teams and kind of like the style of play maybe that's happening. It also maybe gives us some information on, what's happening like historically as far as like the metrics for forearms. That's been a discussion, that we've had for years, throughout rules changes and things like that. So it's really interesting, to kind of, see these kinds of things and, continue to have these conversations. And it makes me wonder, kind of the conversations the benches are having whenever they see things like this, because they can see these things just as well as we can. And I really find that, personally fascinating when something is so consistent as that. For example, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so out of the 6 Braden Tucky, 4 of them are forearms.
And there's 8 of them out of 50. So about half of all penalties for both teams are forearm. So jammer penalties also, Braden Tucky 1, Kansas City 2. So these jammers really kind of keeping it together.
Yeah.
Love to see it. We love to see it. And it looks like we are going to whistle it up and get back to roller derby. Our best wishes, of course, to Hot Reels, and we hope that everything is okay.
Yes.
Before we get started, though, I do want to also again thank one of our sponsors, Blood and Thunder. Blood and Thunder is a roller derby-inspired apparel brand since 2006. You can find them in the vendor village, or you can find them online at bloodandthundermag.com.
All right, so we've got 2 friends hit in that penalty box, one from each team. Joint custody and Steele wearing the star, but it is joint custody that has that lead. As we're seeing, Steele working through, hoping to put some points on the board. Does not occur.
We are going to have an official review called by Kansas City. So we will, PR will make his way down the stairs for us. We are in the crow's nest, as it were.
Indeed.
We actually have a very wonderful bird's eye view. But of course, not everyone has that view. So we are addressing what's on the camera in front of us while PR is down there gathering us some delicious information.
I want to say a big thank you. So our official review is sponsored by Bont. Big thank you and shout out to Bont. Experience speed and performance, Bont style. Step into the world of high speed skating with Bont, a brand renowned for its legacy in roller skate manufacturing. Bont roller skates are designed for speed, offering an unparalleled lightweight feel and exceptional performance. Experience the thrill of speed and the quality of a Bont roller skate, and don't forget all of the Bont accessories.
So many accessories.
So all of the accessories. So now here, while we're waiting for this official review and information to come back to us, the coach, the captain, whatever it is for whoever
The people who
they
get to
are.
make decisions.
Yep, exactly. For Kansas City, they won their first. I think technically they actually won both of their reviews in their first game.
Oh
I know for
my.
sure that they won their first one. I believe they also, in fact, won their second one, but because it was their second time using it, even if they win it, it still disappears. So I was just like, oh, I love when coaches and bench staff can be like, excuse me, let me talk to you about this, officials, and convince you that you're wrong. It is.
How dare you? Officials are never wrong.
They're not wrong. They just maybe missed something. And, you have the opportunity to bring that to their attention and see if they also agree with your understanding of things that they may or may not have missed. But do want to say a big shout out and thank you to all of the folks that are on the stream with us today. Lots of Bomber fans out there, folks cheering for Reno. In fact, Reno apparently has quite the fan club, as it were,
in the YouTube chat, because
Yeah.
we do read the chat. Surprise!
We do.
Yep. We see you.
For the record, thank you to the person who said loose and shady. Can I really be so lucky? Today is, in fact, your lucky day.
I mean this in the least sassy way possible, but you're welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I'm so glad that you're here. I am glad that Shady's here. I'm glad that I'm here. This is just,
Yeah, I was about to say, we aim to please.
Yeah.
Love this.
Yeah.
Also, we do want to give a shout out, and I'm sure it's probably been done many a time, to our fellow announcer, Waterboy. It is his birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Waterboy.
Waterboy.
Braden Tuckey was looking for a low block penalty to be assessed on the pivot for Kansas City. The no call will stand, so therefore Braden Tuckey will lose their official review. And we will move into jam number 21. Almost 7 minutes left in this first period of the game. Vixen Wrecker wearing the star for the Bombers. Helvetica wearing the star for Kansas City Roller Warriors. And out first is Vixen Wrecker. Top of the apex, star stash, so star is in hand for Helvetica. Helvetica looking for an opening and maybe even a low-key star pass, but no, a whip off of her teammate instead. And we will be through on, almost on the inside. but one skate saved it. Oh, but a forearm call will be assessed to 008, intoxicate. That will allow Helvetica to continue on, but will still have to make this initial pass.
And even with Helvetica trying to push at the back there, it is called. That was 8 points being picked up by the Bombers.
Highest scoring jam for Braden Tucky this period, 8 points. So, my goodness, I almost did math so wrong, and that would have been very embarrassing. 19 points separating these two teams as we are now under 6 minutes. So Jam 22 now underway. Joint custody, Felix wearing the stars for their respective teams. Out in the top of the apex, it is going to be Felix. Felix is out as lead. Joint custody still struggling in turn number 1 as Felix is coming around for that scoring pass, looking for an opening on the outside, but no, penalty assessed to joint custody. Power jam now for Felix and the Kansas City Roller Warriors. Track cut was the call for joint custody.
Felix able to utilize the little bit of confusion that was happening, and just the inside line was completely open, unassisted, untouched for that first set of point scoring pass, excuse me. Coming through on that second point scoring pass at this point, pushing to the top, having that last couple of blockers to finally clear, and indeed does. So just in time for that to happen. Joint custody released from that penalty box. Good penalty kill for those Kansas City Roller Warriors, being able to pick up that 8 points in those 30 seconds. And so with that, you know, we're going to continue. Felix is going to continue to push. And that is a couple more. That's two more points on that board for the Bombers.
So it will be a finish at 8, so 0 points on that pass for the Roller Warriors. So again, we're seeing a fairly close point difference throughout the duration of this first period. Vixen Wrecker, Cecilia Payne wearing the star for their respective teams. Intoxicate still in the penalty box from the previous jam, so the Bombers will start 1 down as this jam begins. Cecilia looking to go up that straight line. 2 blockers left to go. Being forced to juke to the outside. 1 blocker left and out as lead. Going to be Cecilia Payne, Vixen Wrecker. Quickly following though. So speed is up for these jammers. Cecilia Payne in the pack looking for an opening, and did Braden Tucky get it? Will we see points? We will.
Oh.
1-1.
Excellent. I love also the fact that that was number 71 skating against number 7. Both jammers were number 71.
That is.
And so with that 1 point, Braden Tucky Bombers at 44, and with that, 2 points being assessed for those Roller Warriors. Roller Warriors currently sitting at 70 now, as we've got 3 minutes remaining on that period clock, entering jam 24. Big Appa and Steel, again, we're really seeing them, both of these teams settle into a very normal rotation of who is who. And it looks like that is it's a track cut penalty being assessed to Big Appa for those Bombers. So this is a power jam for Steel. Final Bomber blocker to beat. That was number 29. Ms. Carter for the Bombers, and beautiful use of that, Gumby-esque body where it's like my foot's gonna go over here, my body's gonna go over there, and I'm still gonna stay in the lines.
That level of control that we sometimes witness in skaters with an awareness of their body and their skate placement, things like that, really reminds me why I don't do that. And I am up here. So through the apex, Steel, making it look easy. Doesn't mean it is, but making it look like that. coming back through again, looking to the inside, but not going to go ahead and make this go around. Star pass did happen, or sorry, a stash did happen. So Appa was able to get out, but we're just going to go ahead and chill. 12-point jam for the Roller Warriors.
That's not the biggest roll.
That is Kansas City's biggest jam.
Yes. All right. Because I know that they had a 10-pointer. So.
Team timeout now being called, looks like by Kansas City.
Excellent.
So it looks like they're using their official review as a timeout.
Oh,
yes.
Love that. Love that so much. So while this timeout is going on, let's talk real quick about Concept Beauty HQ. If you're looking for a little extra sparkle, if you need that little bit of edge or, maybe a next reset before your next bout, Concept Beauty headquarters is here today in the venue bringing braids, face painting, hair tinsel, and 20-minute tension melting massages.
Ooh.
Maybe you should have a massage. Or did you already?
I did. I had one. I had 15 minutes of pure just relaxation.
Excellent. Well, if you are here in the venue or in the, the Dallas area and can hear my voice, you want to come on down for some glitter, game day glam, or a quick shoulder reset, Concept Beauty HQ has you covered. So grab your spot before the next jam and level up. And don't forget, sparkle always looks better when you match someone, so bring your bestie.
Can confirm, wonderful things happening there. She braided my daughter's hair with some bright green. Oh. Lovely. It's gorgeous. But what is also gorgeous, Helvetica out as lead, but joint custody hot behind.
Oh, so close.
Jammers putting in a lot of work. They're yelling at the pack, pushing forward. And we are going to have the jam called off for a double goose egg. But, that looked like U-Stars there for a minute.
Right? Like,
just a little
how fast?
Just a little bit. We haven't seen a lot of super fast derby so far today. And, who knows? We still got, 2 more days of roller derby to experience. And that is the, third jam where both teams have been held scoreless, and I really want to point that out in particular because I think that speaks to the defense that's happening 100%. Out there, and that's what's keeping this game relatively close. So for folks that maybe aren't as familiar with roller derby, as we watch a tiptoe on the outside line by Felix to earn that lead designation, this isn't a big point spread. No. This can be accomplished with 3 good jams and a little bit of patience.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, as we are moving into intermission, a game that still has a lot of life left in it, and I am deeply curious to see what the second half of this is going to look like. Braden Tucky Bombers at 44, Kansas City Roller Warriors at 85. Luce, we'll see that y'all back here, I don't know, in about 10 minutes?
10, 12 minutes? Yeah, that sounds great to me.
Potty break?
Let's do it. What's going on?
Yeah, I have a very special guest that
Okay.
has planted herself in your lap, and I think what is your name? Oh, okay.
I believe.
I'm gonna call that uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So uh-oh is a really cool derby name.
I think a little uh-oh would be about right.
A little uh-oh is okay. What is also okay, that's all the segue, people at home, is our statistics from halftime.
Tell me all about them.
Lead jams going to Kansas City in this instance, 14 lead jams to Braden Tucky's 9. Star passes, though, Braden Tucky making use of it 3 times. Both teams having the same number of power jams, and both teams pretty equal as far as jammer penalties. 3 for Braden Tucky, 2 for Kansas City. Now scoring, this is where we're going to see the biggest difference.
Okay.
So on the Kansas City side, Steele and Felix with their top numbers. Felix just edging out Steele with 29 points, Steele with 28. Helvetica 11 and Cecilia 9. And then on the other side, joint custody with 8 as the top scorer, 7 points to Florida Cracker, all on star passes, and then 6 points to Vixen. So this is where we're seeing kind of that difference. A lot of these things are lining up pretty similarly, but those 5 lead jam differences. You know, it doesn't seem like a large number, but in this case, when the points are showing so differently, it's definitely, you know, an indicator that something's going on here. So right now, we're beginning the second half of this game. Braden Tucky Bombers at 44, Kansas City Roller Warriors at 85. 3 points was awarded to Kansas City Roller Warriors at the end of in the last jam of the first period, and we are going to get back underway and see if Braden Tucky can kind of shake this up a little bit. So like we were kind of discussing before, only 41 points now separating these two teams, not a particularly large number. And right out of the gate, Steele, lead jammer for Kansas City Roller Warriors, joint custody, wearing the star for the Braden Tucky Bombers. And again, these lineups that we're seeing as far as blockers, Intoxic Kate, Miss Carter, Hot Reels, Morgan Hackemer, Lucy Fear, Hateful Skate, Honey Smack, Black Mamba. These are very
well established.
Very well established. Wow. Words are hard sometimes. And man, I was doing
9
a great
o'clock.
job.
It's 9 o'clock. I think we're allowed to have our brains fall out
Nobody
of
heard that.
our
It's fine.
ears a little bit today.
Nobody heard that.
So that was 1 point for the Kansas City Roller Warriors in that last jam. So that last jam, that was both of the highest point scorers going up against one another.
Indeed. So again, this is a moment where we can definitely tell that these teams are having conversations at halftime. And I mean, I don't know what team doesn't have these conversations at halftime, but you know, it's very clear that both of them came to the same conclusion.
Exactly.
That we did. So we are, again, in a battle of 71s. Cecilia Payne coming out front as Vixen Wrecker still trapped in the pack. About lane 2, lane 1, kind of smush. A little bit of help from Florida Cracker to get her to the outside, but not quite there. 1 blocker left to beat. Pack is closing in.
I think that's Serial Killer that is sort of that consistent
that consistent presence
Yeah.
there. No, for sure. Baby Doll, though, going to the penalty box. High block is the call there. Pack, not quite split, but in 2, you know, pretty big groupings now, kind of accordioning back together. So push to the outside. Cecilia calls it off.
I mean, seeing, you know, really great examples of those triangle defenses, of, you know, being able to shift around as needed to keep within, you know, obviously within like the engagement zone of one another, and really just doing their darndest to be a thorn in the side of the jammer that's trying to get through them.
Lineups crushing back. as Baby Doll remains in the penalty box. So Kansas City starting one down. Reno wearing the star and through on the outside as lead for Braden Tucky. Helvetica still trapped in the pack, looking for an opening. Has not found it yet. Reno is now on a scoring pass. One blocker left to go, but was pushed to the outside. Will have to recycle back into turn number one. And Tippy Toes star pass has happened. Helvetica has passed to Lucy Fear. Lucy Fear now jamming for the Kansas City Roller Warriors. First star pass for Kansas City of the game.
Reno, I'm sure, getting very excited from the fan club that Reno has out online with those, 4 points being put on the board for Braden Tucky. As we are entering jam number 4 here of this second half. Bombers sitting at that 48 to Kentucky's the Roller Warriors 90. We've got joint custody hot off that line through and lead very quickly. Felix attempting to follow as fast as possible. Both of these jammers, looking to put some points on, but that is going to be 3 points is what I am seeing for those Bombers. And we're just going to go ahead and reset, and let's do it again.
Yeah. Let's insert theme song for As the World Turns.
Yeah, sounds about right.
As of course, PR knows the theme song for As the World Turns. Big Appa on the line for the Braden Tucky Bombers. Steele on the line for Kansas City Roller Warriors. As we are now in jam number 5, 25 minutes left to go in this game. Right up through the middle, Big Appa is looking for an opening. Not quite going to find it fast enough. Steele is out first as lead jammer. Big Appa, though, helmet cover has come off and is in the hand, looking for lane 3, maybe. One blocker left to go, getting a little bit of offensive assistance there by Intoxicate. Intoxicate with the star pass, well-placed star pass, I might say. Intoxicate now with the star and on a scoring pass. Meanwhile, Steele through for 3 on this scoring pass and cutting off Intoxicate from being able to put anything up on the board.
Yeah. Start continuing to see, like you had mentioned in that first half, sort of a little bit of that like push and pull of you're going to score some points, I'm going to score some points, I'm going to score some points, you're going to score some points. 93 for the Roller Warriors, 51 for the Bombers. We have the Vixen Wrecker and Cecilia Payne. That delightful 71 v 71. It's sort of like spy versus spy, 71 versus 71. And we do also have Florida Cracker, Testicles, Morgan Hackmer, and Uraconda out there for those Bombers, and Serial Killer, Baby Doll, Calamity, and Mini-Me for the Roller Warriors.
Nice little lateral movement through turn 2. Allowed Cecilia Payne to acquire the lead jammer designation and is now through for the first scoring pass. So 4 points. Penalty is being dropped, and it looks like it was an illegal contact possibly on Serial Killer. We will kind of get an update on that as we move to the next jam. Jam was called for injury. And slow to get up is the jammer for Braden Tucky, number 71, Vixen. But Vixen is up and off the track under her own power. So it looks like we are...
Oh, okay. So here's what we just saw happen. That we've got Serial Killer in the penalty box for the Roller Warriors. Right at that, when that jam was going to be started, yelling one off, 2 Roller Warriors exited. So we have a bit of a mini pack.
So
out there.
We have a bit of a conundrum.
Yeah.
That has occurred, but that happens. And
It does.
But now that, well, I was gonna say now that Serial Killer has been released, we have, it's a little bit, a little bit more level. But Dina Von Cheats now also in the penalty box for Braden Tucky, and will sit that 30-second one. Lead jammer is, let me see,
That is
Reno.
Yep.
For the Braden Tucky Bombers, and Reno going to go ahead and call that off, and we will hold both teams scoreless. So far in this period, both of these teams trading back and forth loose the lead. So Braden Tucky will get 2, Kansas City 2, Braden Tucky 2.
Yeah.
Seems to be kind of the pattern right now. Singh picking up that forearm penalty and will take a seat in the penalty box as well. So both of these teams starting 1 down.
I'm always intrigued when coaches decide to call it off early, especially in a situation like that, when you had a team that was already down 1 blocker. Is it what's going through their mind at that point in time? Is it clock management? Is it, energy preservation? Not totally sure. But if anybody can read minds, let me know. I'd love to pick around in that brain.
Felix wearing the star and lead for the Roller Warriors. Joint custody was jamming for the Bombers, and it looks like we are going to have 1 point for the Roller Warriors. Very quick lead, very quick call off. So Singh will remain in the penalty box. So Kansas City Roller Warriors starting 1 down. Big Appa wearing the star for Braden Tucky. Steal for Kansas City. If Appa's goal is to make me want to say yip yip every time, let me just say well done.
Here's the deal. I honestly say every time you say Big Appa, in my mind I go yip yip. So,
and I feel so sad for people that have no idea what we're talking about. Look up the original Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yes.
Not the Netflix one.
No. Unfortunately, Big Appa, is being sent to that penalty box on a track cut. And so Steele is the only jammer out there, as well as the lead. I am fairly certain that PR and I have officially broken shady. So I'm just going to keep chatting a little bit about what Steele is doing, as we've got Intoxicate joining Big Appa, and Singh heading back into that penalty box. So, as you can see, we've got jockeying for position, Steele pushing past, looking to clear that pack for another set of 4 points. To just go in the pocket with all of the other points that Steele has put on the board in this game.
And we have officially crossed the century mark for the Kansas City Roller Warriors. 102 now with that point scoring pass. As Steele looks to put an additional point total up. Star stash by Big Appa. Big Appa now through on a scoring pass. We'll see if Kansas City opts to continue to run it. They will not. 4 more points on the board for the second scoring pass will go up, bringing their total to 106. Braden Tucky Bombers 58. So they have filled a bucket, as it were. If you're love a good bucket. If you are following along at home, anytime somebody crosses the century mark, we do tend to remind everyone to hydrate.
Yes.
Please hydrate. And how you choose to do that is none of our business.
Also, you can always just drink water. You don't need to wait for a bucket to be filled. But we do also have a Vixen Wrecker with that star, Cecilia Payne with that star. Both of these jammers getting recycled and coming up against some... Okay, so listen, I'm going to say this. Both of these teams have played already. It is 9:15 at this point in time. In the last 5 minutes, we have started to see a little bit more of exactly what just happened right there. Folks are meeting the floor at a little bit higher percentage than we have in the previous half and the first kind of 12 minutes of this period, excuse me.
And with that, 49 seconds.
49.
Until we had a lead jammer exit the pack. And that was Cecilia Payne receiving that designation. And we have Vixen Wrecker still trying to make it through. Braden Tucky only 7 points so far this half. And we're definitely, I think, starting to see, like you were alluding to, the maybe a little bit of fatigue setting in. And we have 4 points on the board now for the Kansas City Roller Warriors. Jam is called off, and Cecilia slow to rise, but does get up under, her own power. So there's definitely been a little bit of an energy shift in the room, and obviously unclear as to whether or not it is due to the late evening. Certainly, none of our teams. I mean, this is roller derby. Like we're all I think programmed to be a little bit of a night owl, but. Team timeout now being called by Braden Tucky, and I think maybe well timed.
Yes, I agree. Definitely well timed. Not only for, frankly, the skaters, the officials, but that also gives us a great opportunity to say, listen, if you're enjoying watching all of this fun and exciting roller derby action, and you're just like, oh man, that looks like such a great time. I wish I could be one of those extremely talented players out there. Well, if you want to go ahead and give roller derby a try and you just don't know where to start, there are local league training programs all over the place. If you happen to be in the Dallas area, the Dallas Derby Devils have what they call the Underworld. Which honestly, I love this branding so much. It's like that. It's the 12-week program dedicated to training and developing all the skills that a roller derby player, both skater and official, is wanting. All skill levels are welcome. You can check out DallasDerbyDevils.com, and you can come and be a part of the Underworld.
Or a local league near you.
Yeah, exactly. For my leagues up in Minnesota, we also have them. Kind of those starter leagues, starter teams as well that we teach everything to. So
we have skates, we will teach.
Yeah, have skates, we'll train.
Lead jammer going to Kansas City. That's Helvetica out front. Eric Honda, first time on the line for Eric Honda in this game. A little bit of a wild card, maybe, happening here. Eric Honda, star coming off, though, trapped in the apex and out. It's a little tuck and under star pass there to Intoxicate.
Intoxicate frequently being the individual. Has it only been Intoxicate that has received the star passes?
No.
For the Bombers?
For the Bombers, I don't believe so. Florida Cracker is usually the predominant receiver of the star pass.
Okay.
So three star passes, all of them in the first half were for Florida Cracker. And so this was Braden Tucky's first star pass of the half. Second, excuse me, but both to Intoxicate. So interesting that they're kind of going in a little bit of a different direction. Yeah. Is that intentional? Is it just circumstance? Who knows? Only the Derbyverse knows. Felix and joint custody out there wearing the star. Florida Cracker. Devon cheats, though, in the penalty box. So Braden Tucky skating one down for the time being. And lead jammer now, though, going to joint custody for Braden Tucky. A little shift in momentum. So looking for an opening on the inside, is pushed to the end, will not be forced to recycle due to that blocker stepping outside as well. And a star pass did happen to Serial Killer, so I believe that was probably the reason for the call-off by Braden Tucky. And we will see, I believe that is 3 points, if I can see fingers from a very long distance away. So this is the first score that Braden Tucky has put on the board since Jam 3 of this period. So that's 9 jams ago.
Oh my goodness.
And I do believe time does seem to be passing quickly in this second period, which is really interesting because typically when you see, teams that are playing late at night and, things, they've, of course, both played a game already today, typically the feeling is time moves a bit slower. So an interesting shift, like I said, in momentum. I do think that timeout was really, really well placed. Steele wearing the star and out as lead for the Kansas City Roller Warriors. Reno wearing the star for Braden Tucky. Florida Cracker in the penalty box on a forearm. Steele on that scoring pass and tippy toe on the outside, just barely. Reno fell to the outside, will be forced to recycle back into the apex.
That was Lucy Fear that was, and still is, in fact, Lucy Fear with that pivot stripe, doing the darndest things to make sure, that Reno is kept back. But we do have that star pass now to Florida Cracker.
So it's remember that phenomenon that happens when an announcer says something,
yes,
and then
I believe
and then suddenly it happens.
Called the announcer's curse.
It is, yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That's still a thing.
I did that. Sorry.
Still a thing.
Yep. 100%.
Steele through on another scoring pass. Steele with 16 points already on this jam, and it will come to an end with an additional. We're about to see points. I want to see 18. So, yes, with 18 points, this is the highest scoring jam of the game, going to Kansas City. Vixen Wrecker going to step on the line for Braden Tucky. Cecilia Payne, 71-71. Jam is on. Vixen Wrecker looking for an opening through the center. Isn't going to find it. So, and a back block call on Vixen. So, power jam situation for Cecilia and the Kansas City Roller Warriors. Cecilia still looking to make that initial pass as the pack moves its way through the first apex. One blocker left to go. And through and out, lead jammer. And, I mean, these lead jammers, the time that it's taking to exit the pack seems to be on average extending through the duration of this second period. So stark difference than what we were seeing at the beginning. Beginning of the first period, definitely, I mean, seconds.
Oh yeah, I mean 5 to 10.
Both teams
frequently
exiting the pack. So again, maybe it's the late night, maybe it's the fatigue of already playing a game. Could be, porque no los dos. Really, there's definitely something going on.
Yeah.
And the energy has shifted.
And we've got less than 11 minutes remaining on this period clock for our second period. We're going to be entering jam number 15 already. And slowly looking at these points, the spread continuing to elongate more and more.
Indeed. Helvetica for the Kansas City Roller Warriors in jam number 15. Joint custody wearing the star for Braden Tucky. Out front is Helvetica. Joint custody. I keep wanting to say custard. I don't mean it. It's custody.
It's okay if you're hungry. It's like dinner time, snack time.
2 points on the board for Braden Tucky. And in case anyone from at home, I'm pretty sure this was discussed in their previous game, in case anyone is wondering where Braden Tucky is from, they're from Florida.
Yeah, West Florida.
West Florida.
Yep.
Surprise, Braden Tucky County.
Yeah. I will admit, I was like, oh, Braden Tucky. I was like, that's got to be like a Kentucky. And then I was like, there's no state that starts with Braden over there. And then I looked and I was like, oh, yeah, of course.
Florida.
That makes sense.
Florida.
Sure, why not? Although I would like a state that starts with braid. I think that would be great.
A little bit of amoeba as we move through the top of the apex. Hopefully there's an opening there for Felix, or at least Felix hoping there's an opening for Felix. but a penalty is called. Back block on Felix. Power jam for Big Appa.
Yep, yep. Big, So, okay, so we've got.
So it looks like an attempted star pass is being made. Big
Yeah.
Appa looking for Florida Cracker. An interesting decision during a power jam situation. So they're still looking for it. Yep. So
there we go.
Florida Cracker now receiving the star per our officials. High block is the call. Our officials dropping that off.
Yes, that is, yep.
That's going to go to Baby Doll. So Ericonda also in the penalty box on a back block call. So 1-1.
Felix can, again, being able to find that inside line for getting information and points, just sort of assessing the situation as it were, and being able to say, okay, where am I positioning myself? Obviously, we've got Florida Cracker making the rounds along with Felix. Both jammers, this is going to be that full 2-minute jam, putting points on the board. It will come down to, frankly, this. Last second there. Oh, it is 8 points apiece. So net gain of 0, but it is 71 to 153 at this point in time as we are ticking down on that 7-minute marker.
And as we're ticking down, I want to kind of take a minute to review where we're at in our penalty count.
Oh.
So one of Braden Tucky's skaters, that's Intoxicate. So Intoxicate putting in a lot of work out there as we go into a team timeout called by Kansas City. And that work is being reflected in the fact that Intoxicate with 6 penalties right now. So definitely going to play a part in the decision-making that Braden Tucky is doing right now, certainly. No other skaters currently above 3 penalties on either team at this time, so but Intoxicate in a little bit of danger there. So last jam with 8 points, Braden Tucky's highest, so even though it did end up being nil, as it were, definitely adding to that point total. As the teams take this little bit of a break. And as they say hello.
I'm sorry. Kansas City is just waving to the fans, saying, hi, everybody at home. My apologies to interrupt
please don't.
Analysis.
They're cheerful faces and Princess waves.
Yep.
Or I'm sorry, it's not it's the Queen wave, where it's it's Julie Andrews would be proud.
Indeed.
Going into jam number 17, less than 7 minutes left on this game. Braden Tucky Bombers 71, Kansas City Roller Warriors 153. Joint custody wearing the star for Braden Tucky. Steele wearing the star for Kansas City. And it's going to be joint custody out as lead jammer on the scoring pass. Steele still stuck in the pack, attempting to make that initial pass and will escape. Jam is called for injury. So skater is down. Official indicated that there may be head contact, so we will do an assessment for that skater. So that's something we absolutely take remarkably seriously, as anytime one of our skaters' heads makes contact, particularly their heads make contact with the ground.
Yeah, and talking about safety, obviously, we want to make sure that everyone is here. The end goal is always that any of our medical staff, EMT volunteers, in a perfect world, they are the most bored that they have ever been when they come to a roller derby event. One of the things that Dallas is really, really lucky to have is RIT safety, by their side here, ensuring the safety and the well-being of the skaters, the officials, and as well as the fans. So big thank you to Gary Coleman at RIT Safety for being able to continue supplying that top-tier safety gear for the Dallas Derby Devils and our the Clover Cup here on an annual basis, because safety is our top priority across the board. So again, just wanted to say it is always the hope and the goal, but it is also a full contact sport. And everything that does come with that.
Let's say, as we are wont to say, yes, we recognize and really take great notice when that our skaters are playing quite an active sport. And we are grateful to see that the down skater was able to come off of the track on their own power.
Yes.
So great news there. And we've been joined by a guest yet again. Oh no,
little oh no,
little oh no from before. And little oh no is being called away by Auntie Scarlett.
Oh, we do love an Auntie Scarlett. That is one of the best aunties. Big Uppa with that star for the Bombers, Cecilia Payne for the Roller Warriors. And right off the line, we have star pass to Vixen Wrecker for those Bombers. So both of these jammers, working through. But I am seeing that Cecilia Payne is being indicated as lead and calls it very quickly.
Interesting, really quick off the line star pass. For me personally, that's actually one of my favorite things in Derby to see that. We've seen it a couple of times, not just in this game, but today, just kind of overall. And genuinely, I salute a well executed off the line star pass.
Yep.
So it's just such a good feeling. Like when the whistle blows, bing bang boom, and you're off.
Yep. We are off to the races. Speaking of off to the races, joint custody and Helvetica. We've got Mini-Me hanging out in that penalty box for a forearm. And with joint custody picking up lead, it is turning into a foot race as we've got some speed being added on. Another roller warrior, Lucy Fear reporting to that penalty box. And we've got joint custody with 4 points already, and being Helvetica right there with them as well. 4 more for a total of 8 for the Bombers in that jam, as it is called off. So Bombers sitting at 81 to Kansas City's 157, as we have less than we've got just over 4 minutes remaining in the what you looking at?
So I'm looking at the chat because apparently
is it the it's in Sarasota but still Florida comment?
So it was it's the so close Bradenton Bradenton. So that's what I was like okay. I'm always happy to be corrected by folks named particularly Mary Grace McMannays. I'm in love with that name, and I wish to meet you one day.
I really hope that is your your Derby name. That's
Track
a great
cut
Derby name.
Yep. Track cut being earned by Vixen Wrecker. Will take a seat in the penalty box. Felix as lead, now on a power jam. Lucy Fear and Tess Tickles. Love that name. Still in the penalty box, Lucy Fear having been released. And now only Vixen Wrecker remains in the penalty box as skaters very quickly returning to the track. It's like somebody breathed a breath of fresh air down there. So again, we're all the way up here in a crow's nest, and as the skaters go by, we kind of get that little bit of a breeze as things seem to calm down just a bit. Felix, looking to find an opening through the middle, is pushed by Serial Killer into that front pack, will be recycled back. Lucy Fear with a drawback on Vixen Wrecker. So both jammers looking for an opening, and Felix continuing to like look for that kind of like backwards slide around on the outside. Attempted a couple of times, didn't quite make it, so looking for the inside. We'll go ahead and call it off though before Vixen is able to put any points on the board. We'll put 4 up for a 16-point jam by Kansas City.
Woo! Woo! 16 points as that clock ticks down.
So we're coming up on that 2-minute mark. 81 points for Braden Tucky Bombers. Kansas City Roller Warriors 173. Going into this will be jam 21 when we blow that whistle. So penalty count remaining not too different. We are sitting at 45 penalties though across the board. So a large jump in penalties from the first period to the second period. There is still a little bit of a trend of forearms from what I can see, first period versus the second period, so that still is a factor, but there is, of course, a sprinkling of other things as well.
So Steele, as we were talking earlier, we'd seen a lot of very quick, lead designations. Steele picked up lead for the Roller Warriors in approximately 5 seconds. In this jam here. So is lead working through, hot on their heels. Reno just made that initial pass, but Steele's already got 4 points and calls it, continuing to keep Reno scoreless at that point in time. Looks like we're gonna have, enough time left for at least one more jam. If not potentially 2.
Is there not always time for at least one more jam if you do it right?
Exactly. How many more jams can we have? What's the best that could happen?
There are some people out there where that would be like, no jams. There will be no more jams. But in what very well could be the final jam of the night, joint custody is wearing the star for the Braden Tucky Bombers, and Helvetica is wearing the star for the Kansas City Roller Warriors as this jam is underway. So joint custody with a little bit of a dip on the outside for lead jammer for Braden Tucky as Helvetica is forced to recycle back into turn number 1. Joint custody now looking for an opening through the center of the track. A little bit of a break up there, forced to recycle to the front. Helvetica drawn all the way back to the beginning of turn number 1 as well, and another drawback on joint custody to the same exact spot. So we're kind of basically starting that all over again. Very quick star pass now to Baby Doll. Baby Doll is out and trying to come around for a scoring pass. The period clock has expired at this time, so we are on jam time, Luce.
Oh, not anymore.
Not anymore, we're not. So, and we are unofficially at the end of our day.
Unofficially.
Until
we get that fancy rolling whistle. But the unofficial score at this point in time, Braden Tucky Bombers 84, Kansas City Roller Warriors 177. All we want. Oh, there it is.
Is the swoopy whistle.
Yes,
and
I love a good swoopy whistle.
And so with that, I mean, we're going to say a good night, but before we do, we definitely want to give you a little chitty chat and kind of give you a brief rundown of what's going on tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Is there more roller derby tomorrow?
There's more roller derby tomorrow. I don't know if anybody told you, but look at that big, beautiful schedule.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
So Sioux Falls and the Los Alamos Cherry Bombs, that's one of our junior games, beginning the day at 8 a.m. Yalhalla and Brookings Area Roller Derby at 10. West Florida and Springfield at 12. Dallas versus Kansas City, that's Dallas A specifically. 4 p.m. Braden Tucky and Twister City. 6 p.m. Chicago Bruise Brothers and Austin Anarchy. And then 8 p.m. Yalhalla again versus Terminus. So a full day of roller derby tomorrow. And surprise, there's more on Sunday. But you'll have to join us tomorrow.
There's even more on Sunday?
More on Sunday. So, but like I said, you'll have to join us tomorrow to find out what we're doing on Sunday. So while we roll it down, I do want to make sure that we take an opportunity to remind everyone about Rock and Brews Grapevine for keeping the good times rolling. They are our official Clover Cup after party sponsor, so we will see everyone there Sunday after the awards ceremony.
Yeah.
So, because at the end of the day, a good after party shout out is the best way to go.
That's what you need.
I've been Shady Hawkins.
I am still loose change.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Special,
Thanks, PR.
Thanks, PR.